but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
MoJo 50. The question isn't who's going to let us. The question is who's going to stop us. The mothership has landed.
Well, you're a jackass.
We've done it. We've wished away another week of our lives.
Let's do it.
They're already doing it in the MeWe chat room.
I'm sure they are.
Let me tell you.
I got a truckload.
It's more fun to hear you sing it. Oh, yeah.
It's because I can't sing.
That's what makes it so much fun.
I'm a soul man. You're a dude. Dude.
What? You're a good whistler.
I am. I was whistling. It was like Disco Friday or something. I don't know.
You're a good whistler, and I just thought that everybody should be able to enjoy your whistling as much as I did.
Oh, man.
That's all. Well, you got a choice.
Well, no, thanks. So I appreciate that.
You can either listen to Ron's whistling or you can listen to Elizabeth Warren.
With women of color in my own life, they'll say, wow, that Elizabeth Warren has great plans. She's got specific plans. She's got great ideas. But there's a fear in a lot of people of color and a lot of women of color that say, after the experience of 2016, they don't have the confidence in the electorate of this country to elect a woman president.
All right, before we go on, this is the same, this is the She the People, which just sounds like a porn site. It does. She the People Presidential Forum 2019. This is the same thing that, the same forum that Bernie was speaking at. I guess it was this past weekend in Houston. And so they're asking Elizabeth Warren, you know, people that the electorate is afraid of, which I have absolutely no idea what they're trying to say here. Let's just let it finish.
They want to vote one way, but their fear says that they may need to flee to the safety of a white male candidate. How do you address?
I think that's called side-eye.
I'm just telling you.
Side-eye.
How do you address people who are not confident? They're not confident the country is willing to elect a woman. How do you address people who may be interested in voting for you but may be afraid?
Okay, first of all, what does that even mean? They're afraid to vote for a woman, so they're going to run to a white male. So, what are they?
I don't. Well,
okay, almost half the country voted for Hillary Clinton, or if you get down to percentages,
yeah, that's true.
Half the country voted for, you know, within a couple of percentage points or fractions thereof, voted for Hillary Clinton.
Right.
So, what are they even saying here? It makes no sense whatsoever. But that's what makes it so much fun. And then Elizabeth Warren answers it, and that's even more fun. I'll bet it's a good-looking audience, too. What do you think? I'll bet the women in this audience are hot.
Could you imagine? I was thinking about this on the way in because have you got the Beto O'Rourke clip coming up?
I don't.
Oh, my God. That was hilarious. They asked him a pointed question, and he was like, He finally answered it. But the bottom line is if this was the same thing for white women as opposed to women of color,
right,
everybody would have been crucified.
Of course.
This about confidence. You bet.
Look, this is the heart of it. It's how are we going to fight?
Right.
Not just individually, but how are we going to fight together?
Right.
Are we going to fight because we're afraid? Are we going to show up for people that we didn't actually believe in, but because we were too afraid to do anything else?
Yes.
That's not who we are. That's not how we're going to do this.
Look at her. She's all ready to go.
She is all slathered up. She is just, she's on the edge, literally on the edge of her seat. On the edge
of her seat, that's right.
And she is saying so many words. I mean, this has gone on now for 1 minute and 35 seconds, and she hasn't
said a damn
thing. Which is...
Are we going to fight?
What are we fighting for? And she goes on.
I see this. I'll tell you how I see it.
Yeah!
Woo! Here she goes, pulling up the sleeve.
Yeah!
We got a room full of people here.
Yeah, yep. She the people.
Weren't given anything.
Right.
We got a room full of people here who had to fight for what they believe in.
Right. Yeah.
We have a room full of people here.
This is where it gets really good. Yeah, I isolated the audio already.
Who had to reach down deep. And no matter how hard it was, no matter how scary it looked, they found what they needed to find, and they brought it up, and they took care of the people they love.
Yeah!
They fought the fights they believe in. That's how they got into these seats today.
Yeah, I have...
It was a...
no idea what the hell she just said. It was a
mob scene outside, so they had to fight for their seat.
But they had to fight for it, and just remember this. Oh, hang on a second. Just remember this. Hold on. Remember this.
We have a room full of people here who had to reach down deep.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it was.
Yes.
No matter how scary it looked.
That's right.
They found what they needed to find.
Yes, they did. Which brings us to our first earworm of the morning.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to say.
Americans want our next president to be a woman.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, babe, here's looking at you, Senator Elizabeth Warren. The planet is warming and the power is shifting.
Yes, it is. What rhymes with that?
We need a leader who won't stand for all the Wall Street bullshit. The lobbyist grifting.
There you go.
Run, Liz, run. You gotta run for the office and get the job done. Run, Liz, run. We need a president. We need President Warren. A president. We need President Warren.
There you go.
You know why I know that song? Sam Sorbo played that and sang to it. It's hilarious.
It's a damn earworm is what it is.
Think that the system is rigged
you get because it is.
It's time that we stand.
I won't subject you to the rest of it. It's only 2:29. It's only another minute, but you know. So what are her policies? What are her platforms? What are her planks? Yeah, we're gonna fight.
Okay.
We're gonna fight. At least Bernie wants felons in prison to vote. I mean, at least that's something to hang your hat on. I mean, it's comedy, but at least it's something. She just wants to fight. Well, good for her. Good luck, by the way, beating Biden. Actually, Biden's looking a little bit better than Liz Warren is these days.
Oh, it's all the airbrushing.
Yes, it is. Airbrushing and makeup are your friends, plus a little digital technology.
Little CGI.
Which, of course, it drew me to this story. The rise in Americans saying they are bisexual is driven by women. How many do you think were in that audience?
Oh,
a few.
Wow. I don't even want to speculate.
Numbers of Americans who identify as bisexual is on the rise, according to recently released data from the 2018 General Social Survey, or GSS, as we like to call it. It's a nationally representative survey of people in the U.S. collected every 2 years. Over 3% of U.S. adults say they are bisexual. For those of you under a rock, that is a sexual identity in which someone is attracted to people of their gender or other genders. Thanks for including that. An analysis of the GSS data by the sociologists Delane Compton and Tristan Bridges shows that the change has been almost entirely due to an increase in the number of bisexual women. The population of men who identify as bisexual has barely budged. And there you have it. So I'm guessing a lot of those, and notice in the picture that they have, not a lot of hotness going on there. See, I'm good. Has she got hairy armpits? She might. I'm okay as long as they're hot. I mean, that's great. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You're just afraid to say it. You are just afraid to admit what I'm thinking.
What? Why would I admit it if you're thinking it? I'll just let you go with thinking it.
Right. So the field continues to widen with Warren and Biden and Bernie. How come he's the only one that goes by his first name, by the way? Bernie.
That's a good question.
We've become very informal in politics. Very informal. It used to be very formal, which I think actually is better that we've become informal because we were starting to treat all of them like royalty. And they aren't. They work for us. They are.
I think it's whatever they go. I think it's whatever is catchy.
They're the hired help.
But Bernie is, I mean, you could say Sanders, but Bernie sounds better.
Yeah. Biden works for Biden.
Yeah.
Uncle Joe. Liz.
Warren.
Run, Liz, run.
Run, Liz, run.
But we've become very informal in politics. And again, that's good because we should not be treating the hired help as royalty. We always forget that they work for us. Even more so, they forget that they work for us. And lately, they have not, most of them have not remembered that very well. By the way, just to, this is just as a gift to you. This is just to get the Run, Liz, Run out of your, consider this a palate
cleanser. Is this Earworm Friday?
This is just to get Run, Liz, Run out of the taste out of your mouth.
We know the night is always gonna be here anyway.
By the way, bye Facebook.
See ya. We'll get a hit for this. We got a bunch of them yesterday.
Yeah, they hate us now.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
One of the worst videos I think I've ever seen.
Afternoon delight.
So I think we
God,
will.
That hurt.
I know, right? They are not. I mean, the women were okay, but the guy's not attractive.
Dude, that was the 70s, right?
It was the 70s. It was 1976, and by 1981, they were done.
Oh, yeah.
They were done. Not only were they done, they were broke.
Although you heard this song back in the 70s and early 80s all the effing time.
Yeah. Oh, they made some good money on it. I would imagine they still make decent mailbox money on it, but not enough to live on. One of them went to work in a lawyer's office in D.C.
Brad, you're going to have to explain mailbox money for those that don't know.
What, did you just call our audience stupid?
No, I did not.
They know what mailbox money is.
Okay, what is it?
Royalties.
Yes.
They know what mailbox money is.
Okay.
It's money you have to walk all the way to the mailbox to get it. Although now, you know what? That is actually a misnomer. Because I guarantee you they don't send out checks.
It's called PayPal money.
No, it's just direct deposit now.
That's
they got some DD money. It's not mailbox money now. It's DD money that you get. You don't even have to walk to the mailbox now. It just poof, it shows up in your bank account. And I've forgotten the Starland Vocal Band actually had a TV show that was hosted by David Letterman, and it lasted 5 episodes. And then it was done.
Was this David Letterman before David Letterman?
Yeah, it was 1977. Wow. Yeah, even he was like, I can hear television sets turning,
15,
clicking. Done. Absolutely done. I don't remember seeing, when we were at SHOT Show, do you remember? No, you don't, because you never get up. The Sig Sauer Copperhead.
No. Is that what's on the screen right now?
Yes, that is crap. Isn't that cool? That's this is just one of and this is over on the Fox News website.
That looks like a little stinger, dude.
I know.
That thing's got no barrel.
It is, this is just one of the coolest.
Wow.
And I'm going to click here and look at that. It's right over there at the TRA Guns. You can have this gun in your hands. All you got to do is pay for it.
And that's a 6-hour stinger.
It's a copperhead.
Copperhead.
It's called a copperhead.
Wow.
And it is just really cool looking. That is just... No one needs a gun like that. No, but I want it. I don't need it, but I want it. And that's the thing about guns. You don't have to need it. If you want it, that's all that really matters.
That's all that should matter.
Yeah, because this looks like it'd be a lot of fun to shoot. If you go to TRA Guns, you'll find it. Not only will you find it, but you'll find it for several $100s off. That's a couple $100 off the retail price. Retail's $18.35. You'll find it over there for $16.89. It's the Copperhead 9mm Pistol Special Edition, and it looks cool. That's not the only gun you'll find at TRA Guns. You'll find every kind of gun that could possibly make you happy and then some. Go to traguns.com and find the one that would fit just perfectly in your little mitts right there. So, yeah, we yesterday kept getting all of these. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to do this because they're here.
MoJo.
I just wanted to.
There you go.
I just feel like pushing buttons.
The guys on the Saturday morning show, they use that for transitions.
Well,
I thought that's what you were going to use them for.
Well, that's what they're for. I just always forget that they're there. So I just did.
Maybe we need to put the iPad up on the.
Wait, we tried
desk
that.
Oh,
there's just
no place.
Whoever the idiot was that designed this desk didn't leave enough real estate. Fool. By the way, what I was going to say is Facebook. We got how many notices did we get yesterday?
6
that they were muting us.
Yeah, Warner Brothers and other places like that, and we believe that that's what's killing our numbers.
Yeah.
I think what happens is they catch it in the live show, and then they just start yanking Facebook away from people.
What do you mean yanking? How do they yank it away from people?
Turning it off, cutting it off so they can't see it.
Oh.
You haven't seen the people complaining because, I just lost Facebook, and they had to come back through.
Okay. I rarely frequent Facebook. I
hardly go out there anymore myself.
And it's nothing personal, but I just don't. There's not much there, and they've made it no secret that they're going to try to shut everybody with anything but a left-leaning liberal viewpoint. If you're not a progressive, if you're not just posting pictures of your puppies, and by puppies, you know what I'm saying. I think you do. They won't shut you down for those, oddly enough, but they're shutting anything that's conservative or libertarian in nature down, and it's that's their prerogative. That's their platform. Good for them. So if you if you're listening and you've not been able to see it on Facebook, just go to MoJo 50 and click on MoJo 50 TV, and we're working on upgrading that so that you can see it more easily and be able to comment right there. It's all it takes is time and money, neither of which do we have in abundance. But we're trying.
Who does these days?
Exactly. Bezos does,
I guess.
Yeah, he's not married anymore, so he's got some time too. That one jackhole says, I always thought I thought DD money was paying strippers. DD money. DD.
Welcome to the stage, DD.
Maybe. Maybe.
Have you ever DJ'd at a strip club, Brad?
I have not.
Me either.
I have not. I
do know someone who has.
Did they enjoy it?
They said it was a life that they never want to go back to.
I can imagine that. A lot of things about a strip club. I like the ones that have the lunch buffets. Ugh, I don't get that.
We've got one of those down by where I live.
Ugh.
That it says.
Ugh.
It used to be called T&A was the name of it. Now it's called B&T. I don't know why the difference, but it's called B&T. Topless lunch. They've got a big.
Yeah. It just doesn't sound appetizing or appealing.
If I want a topless lunch, I'll just go on home
and take your top off and eat lunch. I just don't understand that. I just going to I guess they do that for.
You got to get that midday fix.
Well, no, I think it's for the businessman who can turn in meals. Obviously on an expense account, and this may be old fashioned now, but on an expense account, you can't turn in, went to Deja Vu, hung out with Bambi, but you can put, I went to BLI Entertainment, which is what they probably put their corporate name on.
Oh, yeah. It's
and I bought lunch for 3 guys, and we discussed the business. So you can expense that, but you can't expense the strippers, which I find offensive that you can't expense strippers.
Yeah, they're trying to make a living. It's their job.
I support single moms. Let me just say, can we expense strippers here?
No.
Why? Well, so you're not okay. Wow. So you're not putting your money where your mouth is.
All right. I will just await the text that I'm about to get.
From who?
You know who.
Doesn't matter. Listens to her.
I'll get the text.
Uh-huh.
She'll let us know as the operations officer of this fine organization whether we can expense strippers.
I just think that if we're going to be level or even-handed in this, I think that we should be able to do it. As a libertarian organization, I think that's the right thing to do. By the way, I didn't get to this yesterday. It somehow slipped through the cracks. But remember the guy who was killed by his cassowaries? And remember the cassowary is the
beautiful
large
birds.
Yes, the very pretty bird, much like a woman will tear you up. The cassowary, the large flightless bird, attacked and killed its owner earlier this month, is up for sale.
The bird is up for sale.
The bird, yes, not the dead guy, but the bird is up for sale. He had 100 other exotic animals that once belonged to Marvin Hejos. They're being sold at auction tomorrow.
I got the text.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
No.
See, here's the problem. As soon as I hear no, I just do it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. This is a premier breeding collection of animals and a rare opportunity to be offered at public auction. This guy was attacked on April 12th after he tripped and... Sorry, it's not funny. He tripped and fell on the path near the enclosure of his 2 cassowaries, and they attacked him and killed him.
Because they have a claw like a...
Because they're
velociraptor.
Yeah,
apparently.
yes, they're huge, brother. Well,
I didn't realize. Tall. No, yeah, and I didn't realize they were that big. They're like emu size.
Oh yeah, they're big, and they got the claws and everything. It's like a guy who breeds alligators being eaten by his own alligator. It's
then selling off the alligator.
Which
here,
is
this guy,
funny.
This dude ate this guy's ass off. Here, let's sell it.
They're similar to emus. They stand up to 6 feet tall. They weigh up to 130 pounds. Black body feathers, bright blue heads and necks. So they're really pretty. You're really attracted to them, and you get in there close and just like a woman. 4-inch dagger-like claw on each foot. It can slice open any predator or potential threat with a single swift kick.
There you go.
Powerful legs help the
like a velociraptor. That's where they came from.
They run 31 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, so you can't even run.
Nope. Nope. When they got their eyes on you, you are done. Now, they won't say which of the 2 cassowaries, I guess, which
so they're
one.
selling both of them.
Yes, and you don't get to know which one's the killer. So you got to buy them.
What the hell?
You got a 50-50 shot.
So when you're out feeding them, there's one looking at you, and you're like,
Yeah. My advice, if you buy it, don't turn your back on it. I don't know how much those things cost.
I just think it's fun to say the name, cassowary.
We should give one as a gift.
Tar River Arms will be selling those soon.
I can think of a couple people I'd like to give a cassowary to. I wonder if is that permissible?
Can we expense cassowaries?
And if it ended up killing the new owner, would you be responsible?
Probably.
I wouldn't think so, no, because if you give somebody a gun, they shoot themselves with it, you're not responsible.
That doesn't mean you won't be sued.
Somebody I know is getting a cassowary sued. Ta-da! They say it is tough to lose weight unless you do some common sense things. Like avoid sugar, I know.
Dr. Ken was blowing it off for me yesterday.
Know.
He was like, I haven't eaten sugar in like 20 years.
I know. That's why he's such a good-looking man. I mean, I had to sit right across the table from him and stare him in the eye.
It was hard. It was hard. Sorry.
Good-looking man.
It was hard to talk to him, wasn't it?
Good shape. I mean, great shape, really.
He's actually in great shape.
Yeah. You should eat anti-inflammatory foods. That's a great start for better health and keeping off weight. People who consume natural whole foods have lower rates of diabetes, obesity, cancer, and heart disease. And if you are in the frame of mind to start doing such things, and you need that extra little push, that extra little something, go to riduzone.com and get you some Riduzone. It contains the molecule OEA, which can help speed up a metabolism that's slowing down, and it can also make you feel fuller faster. You find it in olive oil, so you can drink olive oil if you want to, but you need like 12 liters of it to equal a bottle of Riduzone. Plus, you can get a coupon there of 30% off. Buy 3 bottles. It's at riduzone.com. If you're ready to lose weight, and again, you have to be in the state of mind to do it, because there's nothing that'll make you lose weight if you're not ready to do it. riduzone.com. New words in the dictionary, and a little something special for you. Maybe some more earworms coming up on your Daily Mojo.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. Mojo 50.
I'm Mike Opelka from PureOpelka.com. Here's your 2-minute drill on a Friday. Get ready to watch Joe Rogan get hoisted on his own petard by the liberal end of our country and possibly the world. Rogan appeared on a podcast, he's a podcaster himself, with another comedian named Adam Conover. Conover and Rogan got into an interesting debate about trans and trans rights, especially as it relates to kids. Rogan uses science and logic to tell us that maybe we should slow down on giving kids, little kids, injections to block their development, hormone blockers, etc., whatever. And he makes a brilliant case for it in this clip.
My entire concern is with children. My concern is not with young adults deciding to take steps to confirm their gender identity, who they feel they really are. I'm all for you doing whatever you want to do when you're an adult, when your mind is formed. But people change their mind. They change their opinion. They change their thoughts. There's nothing wrong with just deciding to be a gay man. There's nothing wrong with your body, as you grow and mature and develop, you growing out of these ideas. Some will and some won't. But if you do something to hormonally block a child very, very early on, there's no turning back from that.
Rogan's use of logic and facts continued.
When you're stepping in to a developing baby that's only been alive for 6 years and you're shooting chemicals into its body to change the way it develops, show me the research. Show me the decades of peer-reviewed studies on one of the most important things that we know of, the development of a human being.
Testudo, my friends.
Mike Opalka's 2-minute drill is powered by MoJoWildRice.com. Their wild rice is a superfood, gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol-free, yet high in fiber, protein, zinc, phosphorus, and trace minerals. But you're going to love it because it's delicious. MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com.
The Daily Mojo.
All right, just a sampling in the MeWe chat room, because otherwise they'll whine about it all day. I'm going to put the sugar in the coffee and drink it all up. Raven isn't a fan of talk radio, regardless of the topic, but will you put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up? See, they're drunk is basically the problem. This
Already.
Excuse me,
I
didn't
think
mean
our friends
problem.
start early in the mornings on Fridays.
I meant issue, not problem. Excuse me.
There
My
you
bad.
go.
So I saw this this video of a skater, Russian figure skater, Anna Sherbakalova.
Balaclava?
Yeah, that too. Is that the thing you wear? The thing
It
you
is
eat?
the face mask. No.
Which one is the one you eat?
Baklava?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll call her Anna Baklava just because her name is too complicated. She was in a training session and she landed a quadruple Lutz together with a triple loop. They
She didn't break anything, right?
No, her knees did not fold backwards as that one gymnast did. This is the most difficult jumping combination, they say. She's 15 years old. There's a little video of it here. I don't know if there's audio or not, but we'll play the little video of it. Yeah, there's some audio. And there goes the, whoa, whoa. Did you see that?
Holy crap.
That's a quadruple and a triple.
Wow.
I mean, that is truly pushing the limits of a human's ability. I mean, where do you go from there? And when do we reach that point where we have done? I mean, you see it in the Olympics all the time. You see the guys who do the what's the pole thing called? The shoo.
The pole vault.
Pole vault,
Brad.
yeah, that's it.
The shoo.
It's the shoo. I like to call it the shoo. And
that's the sound my butthole makes as I fly over the top of that thing.
I mean, but when there has to be, doesn't there? There has to be a point at which humans can no longer. I mean, we've reached. This is the best we can possibly do. We can't go. We can't jump any higher.
Yeah,
we can't.
Certain people can push that further.
Right. Which, by the way, that's the correct form of further. It's further, not farther. Good for you.
You're welcome.
Very few people know that. Surprising that you do. No, but you see that. And when do we reach the
pinnacle of where we can go?
Truly the pinnacle. When
I don't know. Just when you think you've reached the pinnacle, somebody else breaks that record 25, 40, 50 years later.
But there will have to be a point at which it cannot be broken. I mean, we will have reached that point. I mean, look at basketball.
That's what we used to think before Usain Bolt started running.
Right. Well, I mean, there is going to be a point where a human being cannot physically run any faster than X.
Well, that's true, but
but how far down the road is that day?
But different training techniques that we don't know yet.
Right.
Stretching techniques we just don't know yet. I mean, these are things that allow them to edge out by, milliseconds over somebody else 30 years earlier.
Right. There will be, a human being will never be able to run, theoretically, will never be able to run at the speed of light. You'll never be able to run at the speed of sound. You'll never be able to run 100 miles an hour, will you? I mean, I guess not with the information we have today.
Correct. Not with the information we have today. But look, every Olympics, there are records broken.
Sure. Absolutely. There are. And it's amazing that we have been able to push the limits of a human's ability so far.
Right.
I mean, it's truly just when I'm disappointed, when I think that the human race has sunk to a new low. I see things like this. It's like, wow, she has done something truly amazing, being able to land this. It's a quadruple and the triple together. I'd be dizzy. But she is absolutely amazing.
But you got to think about all the things that work in her favor. She's light. She's flexible. She's skinny. I mean, all of these things happen.
She's Russian.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying. No, you're right. No, you're right. But that's what you have to. And she's 15. Otherwise,
what was the little girl's name back that got the very first all tens in gymnastics?
Nadia? Was it Nadia?
Nadia Comaneci. I don't know if it was her or not. I guess it was.
One of them. They're all Russian.
I used to watch that when I was young.
It's truly amazing.
I think it's amazing.
I still watch it today. I don't watch it anymore as far as anyone knows. But it is truly amazing what human beings have been able to accomplish. I am truly amazed at what they've been able to do. And then at the other end of the spectrum, there are the three men in Pennsylvania. They have been sentenced now.
I just saw this. What goes through a person's mind, Brad? What makes a person do this?
They have been sent to prison for the next 20 to 41 years. What could three men possibly have done? And by three men, I mean Matthew Brubaker, 31, 34-year-old Mark Misnikoff, and 41-year-old Terry Wallace, who, damn it, should have known better because, good God, he's 41.
Oh, Brad.
They were arrested and charged with various offenses. They have now been sentenced to prison, as I say, for the next 20 to 41 years. They entered a guilty plea in trio for having sex with 9 horses, a cow, a goat, and dogs over the span of half of a decade. 5 years.
I got it, Brad. I got it. They were playing Truth or Dare.
Right. I thought you were going to say playing football or something, slipped. Whoopsies.
No, Truth or Dare.
You be the center again.
That's right.
Truth
9 horses.
Boy, were none were more excited in the audience, in the jury or in the courtroom audience to see these guys sentenced to 20 years than the horses.
Oh, man.
9 horses, a cow, a goat, and dogs. And I just, okay, what in the hell makes you over the course? 5 years they did this.
God.
5 years. So while Miss Romancnikoff is out there perfecting the quadruple Lutz and what was it? A quadruple Lutz and a triple loop. These guys are boffing horses and goats. Imagine what they could have
Clearly,
accomplished.
none of the 3 of them are married. Clearly.
We don't know that. We do not know that.
The reason I say that is because clearly one of them's spouse would have cut their thing off or would never want to be seen again.
You don't know that.
My husband would rather have this.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
This horse than me.
Nope. I'm telling you, there's somebody for everybody, and they may have found the perfect mates.
Oh.
Somebody had to hold the camera.
I guess.
So who knows? They may or may not. And which is, if they are married, they're thinking, damn, now in prison, all you got to do is lay there and take it. So you see, there you have the opposite ends of the spectrum. The yin and the yang, if you will, of the human race.
Oh, somebody was yinning and yanging.
Wow. A goat. You know, they say with a sheep, you just have to take it up to the edge of a cliff because a sheep won't jump. So,
I hate that you knew that.
I read it somewhere.
Right.
I did. I really did.
Okay.
Speaking of being healthy, and then a little treat for you in our Odyssey Minute. If you go to therichsolution.com, and by the way, today's Friday, tomorrow being Saturday, if all goes well, another of the live webinars with Glenn Rich on Facebook with the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge. If you have not yet joined, when are they giving? They're giving away? Is it?
I don't know. Quite honestly, I know it's this thing that's laying on your counter there, the Mother's Day gift.
Yeah,
that's the first.
Okay, so I think they may be giving that away tomorrow.
And then after that, I understand it's APR coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd think I'd be right on top of this, and no, but I'm a very busy, important person. Just ask me, I'll tell you. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, you do get the Mother's Day gift back from MoJo Wild Rice as the winner of the goal attention person. If you've achieved your goal in the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge, that's the gift or the prize that you win this week. If you haven't yet joined up, you can do that on the Rich Solutions Facebook page. You can go to therichsolution.com. You can find all of the life extension supplements. I took mine this morning. I feel like $1 million. Possibly in used ones, but I still feel like $1 million. I do. I'm telling you, when you start, it's weird. When you start getting the right vitamins and minerals in your body, it is amazing how much different you feel, especially if you've gotten your body used to just eating junk. Your energy goes up and everything else. It's just truly amazing. So go to therichsolution.com and take a look at that, and as well as the Healthy Lifestyle Challenge, which you can find on their Facebook page. So today, as part of our Odyssey Minute at odyssey1.com, at Space, do you have the woman? Do you have the woman? Do you have the babe?
Oh, yeah, this one.
You are now entering Odyssey Station. Please remain seated until docking is complete. Odyssey, dare to wonder.
By the way, she sounds hot.
She does sound hot.
That's probably like Russ's wife or something. It's like, sorry, Russ.
Sorry, Russ.
I'm sure your wife is hot, but send pictures. So years ago, I went to and this is right up the Odyssey One alley. I went to the MUFON convention it was at the Inn of the Ozarks, which I think is in Arkansas.
Right.
And talked to a few people there. And it was recorded on videotape for the program American Magazine on the Nashville Network. And I thought I'd just give you a little
Let's see this one.
Little insight into young Bradley J. Staggs and UFOs.
They come from around the country, from around the world to share their experiences, bizarre meetings, and close encounters of the third kind. Oh, sure, you'll find the usual T-shirts, crystals, and other items these sort of get-togethers invite, but mostly you'll find honest, true-life stories from honest people, like Mildred Higgins, who describes an encounter she had over 40 years ago.
Like that. So as this object hovered above us, I mean, it traveled and then stopped and hovered, I stood there and I got a message. Do you want to hear about that?
Well, sure.
Well, let me get to your hair here.
Okay.
I felt something come over me, just like this.
Look at that hair.
I know,
Down
right?
like this, soft and soft. And right here in the solar plexus, I got the words. You're seeing something tonight the world knows nothing of.
It does now, Mildred. Actually, her story is mild in comparison with the stranger-than-fiction account of Ed and Frances Walters' brush with what seems to be extraterrestrial life in the Gulf Breeze, Florida area. They've chronicled the events in a book, complete with pictures, most of which are amazing at the very least.
I remember seeing you about 30 feet away as I came.
Well, see, I wasn't looking at you, darling.
I remember seeing you about 30
sorry,
feet
but
away.
I wasn't looking at you. If you want
And
to
I
know the
started to
truth.
go. I wonder what you were running. I started to go out, and you were closing the distance. And as I started to go out, you were starting in,
and
then
the
blue
beam came down.
Shot down and almost like
blocked his side of the doorway.
If I'd have kept on going, I'd have walked right into it. But when it hit right in front of me, I jerked back. And the camera was right about here, and I hit the button on the camera at the same time as I went back.
The resulting photo is remarkable.
Which postulated that perhaps life on this planet could have been seeded by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization.
Also a guest speaker was Antonio Huneos, a journalist who specializes in researching the UFO phenomena around the globe and has interesting theories on the recent turn of events involving the U.S. and Soviet Union.
When former President Reagan met Gorbachev, they apparently talked about this subject. And we know this from Reagan's own speech, several speeches that he gave beginning in 1985, where he addressed this subject, and he actually admitted, and we do have the actual transcripts from the White House, so this is not speculation. He admitted that they had talked with Gorbachev about the possibility, he put it in hypothetical terms, of an alien invasion. And if this was the case, then the U.S. and the USSR would unite their forces to repel such an invasion.
British author Timothy Good brought along his thoroughly documented book on what he says is the worldwide government UFO cover-up.
On their own admission, the National Security Agency and the CIA and the Defense Intelligence Agency and the United States Air Force Intelligence Branch and many other intelligence agencies are withholding probably thousands of documents on UFOs in the interests of national security, and it is a fact that many of those documents are classified above top secret.
Another intriguing area of discussion at the conference was the ongoing discovery of the mysterious circles in Britain's grain fields.
We're getting these huge circles, circles of varying sizes in the crops, mainly in wheat fields and barley fields and other crops as well. They appear almost always at night, and it's very, very rare that anything is ever seen. And we're not just talking about plain circles, we're talking about great formations of circles. 5 circles, 6 circles, big ringed circles, circles with double rings.
Close observation of the circles yields a strange discovery.
A bend has been introduced in the stalk, which it is impossible to do manually. It's also impossible for the wind to produce that effect. What is actually acting on the plant is something we can't say. It appears that some energy field, whether that's electromagnetic energy or whether it's some other kind of energy, we're not sure, has acted on those plants, producing a very specific geometric pattern.
There were other fantastic revelations this year at the annual event, including newspaper editor Carrie Baker's description of the mysterious goings-on in Fife, Alabama.
She reported a large, silent craft hovering at treetop level close to her home.
We'll see more of that tomorrow.
Here's the thing. Number one, look at that hair. Damn.
I love that hair.
I miss that hair.
if you know someone that has, if you'd like to see more of this type of thing, if you
I
want
miss
to
him.
investigate more of it, send us a letter. When
He had such a shiny outlook on the world.
and let us know. Put UFO on the outside.
Brad, this is going to be great for Odyssey.
Sadly, he is.
You got to get back into this.
I've never been out of it. But the thing
this is phenomenal.
The Fife, Alabama thing, that turned out to be bogus.
Yeah.
Susan was her name. She just wanted some attention. And the Gulf Breeze sightings, they theoretically discredited him. They found some, although I still find it hard to believe because he took all these amazing pictures of UFOs, and then when he moved to a new house, they said they found the models in the attic of the old house. It's like, okay, if you're perpetrating a hoax like this and you decide to move, don't you think you're, oh yeah, we should probably get the models that I faked and wrote a book about out of the attic. It just seemed, I don't know. It just seemed a little convenient for naysayers to find models in the guy's attic.
How long did it take you to style that hair?
I was easy. Are you kidding?
I know you used a blow dryer.
Business up front and party in the back, baby. Actually, just had to blow it dry and then throw a little mousse in it and woo. Little mousse.
Your hair was already receding at that point. Look at that.
No, it's on the back, actually, because I had a bald spot from the time I was 18 years old.
Wow.
My girlfriend used to cut my hair and say, your hair's thinning out back here. And after she got up off the floor, say, get up, finish cutting my hair.
That was Brad's very own crop circle.
Yes, it was.
So this was the MUFON convention.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what MUFON is.
Go ahead and tell them, Ron.
That would be the Mutual UFO Network.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
And what do you want to bet Mildred's dead?
Oh, the one that grabbed your hair and rubbed your body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mildred was relatively close to dead.
She's like, can I touch your hair?
And
Brad's like, yeah, hell yeah.
I was okay with it. Mildred, she was an interesting woman. I still remember. That was in 1990. That was 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Good grief.
Was that on the Nashville network, Brad? Is that what?
Yeah.
That was public broadcast on?
I'm depressed. 30 years ago.
How old were you then?
30 years younger than I am now.
Okay, so let me think. That would be 25, brother. Wow.
I know. It's been a hell of a ride, I'll tell you that. One hell of a ride. But anyway, so Odyssey Network, that's the newest member of the family, and you can find that at odyssey1.com, ODYSY 1, just the numeral 1.com. I got that right, didn't I?
That's right, or on iHeartRadio.
Either way, but you still have to spell Odyssey the right way.
ODYSY.
And it's the easiest way to spell it, by the way. We didn't complicate it. It's not, or Russ, when he started it, certainly did not complicate it. It's like it's spelled like it looks, Odyssey. Although there could have been an I in the middle. But it's a Y. Why put an I? So it's a Y. Did that clear it up? ODYSY, Odyssey, the Odyssey Network. They just had the story about all the new words they added to the dictionary this year. And I started thinking, when did they add different words to the dictionary over the years? Aha moment. That was added 7 years ago. It's 2019, right? Yeah. That was added in 2012. So that's a 7-year-old word now. It's officially a 7-year-old term or word in the dictionary. Bromance was added in 2012. Bucket list was added to the dictionary in 2012. Craft beer. Energy drink, e-reader, F-bomb, game changer, life coach, man cave, mashup, sexting was added in 2012. It's just, I think it's weird that the words that were added that they're common vernacular. Now, sexting is not, 10 years ago, you go, what the hell is sexting?
Exactly.
You wouldn't know what it was. And if you go back,
that one's a little. Well, I guess if texting wasn't around at that point, then sexting wouldn't make sense.
Well,
but sexting is kind of a.
The iPhone was 2007.
Yes.
Before that, it was kind of the BlackBerry.
That's correct, and you still had texting.
And you could take pictures with your BlackBerry, couldn't you?
Correct.
But the screen was so damn small.
It was very small.
I mean, I go back.
I had a can't remember, a Trio. It was called.
Yeah, that's just a PDA.
Well, no, it was a phone.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh.
TREO, I think.
Yeah, if I go back and look at all the sexting pictures from like 2007, there's tiny resolution.
Yeah.
You can't even see what you took a picture of anymore. It's kind of disappointing. We've become spoiled with the high-resolution cameras.
That's a fact.
Because now you can see everything.
And we still can't get a clear damn picture of Bigfoot.
Right.
Pisses me off.
Maybe Bigfoot has his own anti-camera thing.
There are some that believe that.
Back in the 90s, these are some of the words that they added that either did or didn't catch on. Applet. They say it caught on it only in its abbreviated form, app. I thought app was it was short for application. Is it not?
Not necessarily. I mean, it could be, but not necessarily. But when you install an app on a phone, it's typically a smaller application.
That would be the applet. Boot up. That's stuck around. Browser stuck around. Cowabunga? Not so much.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cypherpunk.
Yeah.
Cypherpunk. I don't know.
Digerati?
Digerati
What the hell is that? Another word used primarily by newspaper columnists to discuss large, vague groups of people, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I'm not one of those that really stuck around. Emoticon kind of turned. That's emoji now. E-tailing. That's
Amazon kind of purchasing.
No, it's e-commerce now.
Oh, okay.
It's not e-tailing anymore. Yeah. Flying mouse. I don't remember these, but it was a mouse that you used on your desk, but then you could pick it up, and you could use it in
the air.
In
sure,
three dimensions. That was in 1998, and whatever happened to the flying mouse? Not much. Geek was in the late 90s. That stuck around.
We still use that. Yep.
Icon, really? That's a New York Times writer provides a strange window into the world before icon meant a part of graphical user interface. Oh, okay, that kind of icon. Yeah. I got you. So an icon on a desktop.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The Infobon, that was in the late 90s. That's now it's the information superhighway, really. The Infobon.
Or the internet.
The interwebs of the IoT. Or is it the Internet of Things. Right. Infotainment. That was in the late. Glocal. Glocal did not catch on.
No,
Local would be global and local. It was coined in the early 90s. And hunt and peck. It's just always sounds dirty. But it's just people who can't type very well. Do you ever look at the keys when you type?
I don't anymore. I haven't for the last, 15
6
years.
months.
No, 15 years or so. I had to learn. Once I got into computers, I had to learn how to type.
I took typing in junior high, but it wasn't until sometimes I still look at the keys. I don't know why. Karaoke, that's stuck around. LOL went into the dictionary in 1998. Mouse potato.
Dude, I've got an LOL story. This is great. My wife's dad sent her a text one day and said, well, I found out cousin so-and-so had passed away, LOL. Right. And she responded with, Dad, I don't think you meant to say LOL.
Oh, that's funny.
LOL doesn't mean lots of love.
Oh. Shut the front door. IDK, my BFF Rose. IDK. That's underused. Nerkish. What? Oh, mouse potato. What the hell is a mouse potato? A mouse potato. Mouse potato.
It doesn't even say there.
Well, it says
I assume it's somebody like me.
No, it's couch.
Who sits on the freaking mouse all day long.
Yeah, it's a play on couch potato. So, but couch potato's still around. And the reason I was thinking about this is because I thought about saying something, and I thought, I don't want to sound like a broken record. And people who are, in their 20s are like a Guinness World Record that you broke. What? You don't want to sound like a broken what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense anymore. Damn it. We got old. Nerkish is another missed opportunity formed from the word nerd and jerkish. Nerkish?
Never heard it.
Nope. Netiquette?
I've heard that one.
That's still around. Netizen? Still around. The citizens of the interweb.
Palm Top was before iPhone.
Palm Top.
Palm Top. That was when you had the Palm the Palm PDAs. You remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it was the next thing past a laptop.
Right.
Yeah.
Palm top. PDAs were cool. Not public displays of affection, but portable digital assistant.
Correct.
I thought they were cool. I don't know, and maybe it was just because it was just neat. You could write stuff and it would show up, and now a PDA is, oh, isn't that cute? What can you do with it? Oh, I can write things and it'll keep a list. Yeah, I have an app for that. It's called Notes, and it's on my phone. Which, by the way, you can get at Patriot Mobile. You can get the app, you can get the phone, you can get the service, you can get a new phone number. You can start a whole new life at Patriot Mobile. By the way, on the words thing, I'm coming up after the top of the hour. If you're listening to the podcast in the next hour, this is a cool thing. I didn't even know Webster's did it, but we'll tell you about it in a few minutes. But if you go to Patriot Mobile, you can, and again, there's no mobile phone company that is worth anything if you can't get good service, obviously, in your area. That's the first little button you'll find, the first little icon you'll find at Patriot Mobile. Check coverage. So you can check the coverage in your area. If it's good, join up with Patriot Mobile. And that way the money you pay to your cell phone company every month won't go to fund things like Planned Parenthood and other progressive causes that I'm sure you do not want to donate to. Instead, portion of your money goes to the NRA and conservative and libertarian causes like the Heritage Foundation, FRC Action, and others. As I said, you can keep your existing phone and number, or you can get a brand new one. Start life anew with a new phone number and a new phone, and at least be part of the solution and not part of the problem when you sign up at patriotmobile.com. Use promo code MoJo. See what happens for you. Speaking of, this is your daily MoJo. Back in a second.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump addresses the NRA convention today for the first time since his administration banned bump stocks.
After a gunman used bump stocks in the October 2017 massacre in Las Vegas, the president delivered on his promise to ban the devices, which allow semi-automatic rifles to shoot more bullets faster. Even though many in the NRA oppose the bump stock ban, Mr. Trump is expected to get a warm reception when both he and Vice President Pence address the convention in Indianapolis.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. The president asked for his take on Senator Bernie Sanders, one of the many Democrats seeking the party's presidential nomination.
He's got a lot of energy, but he's got misguided energy, and he's done very poorly in terms of the Senate. He's done very little legislation. I think he talks a lot and doesn't get it done.
Mr. Trump talking with the Fox News Channel's Sean Hannity. Hundreds of students and staffers at UCLA and Cal State University Los Angeles are under quarantine. It's a measles quarantine.
We're offering vaccinations, and where appropriate, we're quarantining those close contacts until they can establish that they're immunized or they're immune, or the incubation period for passing along potential case of measles has passed.
L.A. County Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Farrar. We don't yet know just how many people were killed, but there are multiple fatalities from a fiery multi-vehicle crash, I-70 in Lakewood, Colorado. Several big rigs and a dozen cars involved. Authorities say the driver of a speeding semi who lost control of the truck may have triggered the massive crash, explosion, and fire. Wall Street this morning, stock futures in the red. Dow futures down about 70 points. NASDAQ futures off 1. S&P futures down 5 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
You get great service and you do some good in the world with Patriot Mobile. Sign up for a Patriot Mobile account today. Start saving money, get great coverage, and do a little bit of good because they support companies, organizations, and candidates that you like. It's patriotmobile.com/doc. patriotmobile.com/doc.
A former Democratic National Committee member told Politico on Monday that he will become national senior advisor to the Draft Beto campaign. That sounds like a horrible beer, probably a Pilsner.
The Defenders with Stephen Airy, tonight at 9.
MoJo 50.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com. R-I-D-U-Z-O-N-E.com. Rid-U-Zone.
If we weren't so bad.
To puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titties.
We wouldn't be so good. MoJo 50.
The mothership has landed.
All right, in the true spirit of Friday, you know, the first hour we always get the Blues Brothers. Here's another one about. This is about Fridays.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Oh yes, and the Brandon Morse actually his alarm clock worked. Nice of you to join us. It is Friday, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See?
Okay.
When Black Friday comes.
Are you a Steely Dan fan, Brad?
I love Steely Dan.
I love Steely Dan.
Funny thing about Steely Dan.
Hated those
He
people.
did. He thought that they were totally overrated, but he can't stop me now. You know, if the power goes out right now, I'm going to freak the hell out. Oh, that would be weird. So, yeah, no, I am a huge Steely Dan, by the way, it is Friday, huge Steely Dan fan. And I had a bunch of their CDs, and then I went to New Hampshire, saw my sister. She had the entire Steely Dan collection. I digitized the whole thing, and it was weird. It was like as soon as I digitized every song they had, I was like, okay, I'm done with the obsession now. It was really weird.
That's because you overdid it.
Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah.
Can you do that with chocolate and sex, too?
Probably.
I knew there was a problem.
I haven't hit that limit yet.
Brad Staggs flannel jacket just tweeted the second hour intro should be real Ron Phillips whistling.
Oh, good Lord. I can actually whistle pretty well.
If you didn't catch the tweet with Ron whistling, you should. Ron is quite the whistler.
Brad got it there. He had it on the screen.
Yeah, I had the.
What kind of whistling are you doing?
Oh, I was whistling to music this morning.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, you didn't see the.
Were you in a jolly mood?
I was.
Were you just?
Here he is.
Ron is whistling.
Is that that's the restroom, isn't it?
No.
That sounds like it's in the restroom.
Ron just has to find a key and pick it and stay with it.
That's my Friday morning routine. Got a little Disco Friday going on.
So all the new words in the dictionary, Webster's has this thing on their website now where I guess it's called Time Machine, where you can enter the date that you were born or any other date, I guess, the year, and find out what words they added that year. Like the year I was born, 1964. They added anti-bussing.
I was born in 84, so I just want.
Well, we're going to get to yours in a second.
Yeah.
Antecedent, anti-herpes, body stalking, computerist. They added the word computerist when I was born.
The computerist.
Definition of a computer. Hold on. Wait for it.
Okay.
What's the definition of a computerist?
I'm going to guess that it's a person who can press buttons on a computer.
Yes! How did you, that is so freaky. How did you know that?
I just took a stab in the dark, buddy.
A person who uses or operates a computer is or was known as a computerist.
That sounds like it would be something like a 1970-something like action show.
Right.
It's like, oh my
Tonight
God, we're
on
about to
NBC.
all die.
It's the computerist.
We need somebody to help. Don't worry, the computerist is here.
And it would be the
he's
guy,
French, by the way.
The guy who was in, what was that show where he was the English guy, the fixer, what was that show? Always wore the black jacket.
The fixer?
Yeah, he was like a fixer. What was his name?
MacGyver?
No. Mm-mm.
Who was it?
What was that show about the guy who wore the long black coat and Equalizer.
The Equalizer.
Equalizer. The computerist. Carry out was 1964. To bring to a successful issue. Oh, to carry out as opposed to carry out. I'm thinking of carry out food. To put into execution, to continue to an end or stopping point, to carry out. That's weird because
until then, no one knew what to call picking up something.
Right. What did you call food?
And taking it somewhere. It's crazy.
What did you...
We just lived in complete confusion at all times.
Let's go down to the restaurant and get some of that food that we take with us.
They couldn't before that, Brad.
No,
they had no way to communicate
what
that.
What the hell did people do
It's like,
then?
I have food sitting on my plate that I would like to consume later, but I have no idea what to do about
Well,
it.
those are leftovers. Now, this is scary. You go down and take it out. What the hell would they do with it?
I guess I'll just sit here until I'm hungry again.
Oh. Clofibrate. Clofibrate. That was added in here. It's a compound used especially to lower abnormally high concentration of fats and cholesterol in the blood. All these things about fat. What year were you born?
1984.
1954.
1984.
1984. So these are the words.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this.
These are the words they added when you were born, the year that you were born.
Uh-huh.
Buppy? Or excuse me, Buppick?
Buppick?
Or is that Buppy? It's hard to... Buppy, I think.
I hope it's Buppick because Buppick sounds so much funnier.
Buppy.
It's Buppy.
A college-educated black adult who is employed in a well-paying profession and who lives or works in or near a large city. A Buppy.
What's up, a Buppy?
Wow.
What's up?
They added in the year that you were born, AIDS-related complex.
Oh, who would have a complex about having AIDS?
They added...
That's discriminatory.
The phrase when you were born, age-related macular degeneration. Oh, you've got your own version of computerist.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
What is it?
The detectorist.
Yes! That's so much better!
You know what a detectorist is?
Somebody who detects if there's a computer nearby?
Close.
What's a detectorist?
One who uses a portable metal detector as a hobby.
A detectorist.
A detectorist. That was added in the year 1984.
Before that, we didn't know what to call these.
No, they were just the goobers who
We
walked
were
around.
just that weird guy who's walking around with a stick in the ground.
You know what? It's like making fun of the pretty girls.
It's like, hey, don't
do
make fun
that
of that
because
guy.
Dude found a coin worth one. Yeah.
Exactly, and that
$8
has
million.
happened.
Yes,
like,
it has.
That's why people do it.
Yes. Yeah, there's a reason they walk around with those things looking kind of silly.
I would look silly for a while if I could find a gold coin.
If I knew I was going to find a gold coin worth $1 million.
Freaking
I'd do it naked.
Seriously.
I would do it wearing one of them little half man hammocks.
You know, I actually had one of those for a little while.
A man hammock?
Yes. No, the metal detectors.
That'd be fun.
They
I
had
think.
like one for kids for a while back in like the 90s, like the
Did it
early
work?
90s.
They made it like a toy version?
Yeah, it was like a toy version, but I mean, it worked.
Did it work well? I mean, did you find anything?
No.
So it didn't work that well.
No, it did not.
Whack was added to the dictionary in your birth year.
Wait, as in that's whack? Or
as
like,
as in that's
or
whack.
like whack it?
No, just whack. W-A-C-K, not up to the mark, lousy or lame.
Oh, that didn't really, it's that old.
While there are skilled moments, there are whack ones as well.
See, yeah, because I would have thought that that was not something that was like actually came into slang usage until about, what, early aughts maybe?
Yeah, but that was in 84 they added that. Huh. They also added vaginosis.
Thank God for that, because I didn't know how to.
A disease or infection of the vagina. Ron, what year were you born?
1966.
1966. What?
Groovy, right on.
Yes,
far out.
They added, here are a few of the words they added in 1966. Afro. They added Afro to the dictionary in 1966.
Was that a short term for something?
Afro was technically the definition of Afro, a hairstyle of tight curls in a full, evenly rounded shape.
So it wasn't short for another word. It was just a made up.
Afro combining form, definition of Afro-African or Afro and Afro-Asiatic. So
or
yeah,
African do.
This just says Afro. Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Acid rock was added the year you were born. Big hair was added to the dictionary the year you were born.
Oh, yeah. A lot of women had big hair.
Yeah, but that was the 80s. It really went into it.
It was like a big beehive. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 60s.
B-52s. Wow. Domino effect was added your year.
I like that phrase. That's a
I do
good
too.
phrase.
That's stuck around.
Yeah, that's a solid
Even though
phrase.
Most Gen Zs, if you asked them what a domino was,
they can tell you what it is.
What a domino is, or the domino. I know the domino effect.
You know why? You know why now? Because it made a resurgence. The game, it made a resurgence because it's a mini game in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Aha.
Yeah.
Ron and I were having a discussion about dominoes yesterday.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
didn't know if anybody would know what the hell they were.
The
cool thing, those videos on YouTube of the dominoes that are set up like mile long and.
Oh yeah. Oh, and if you go to any family reunions, you know what dominoes are.
Oh, for sure.
Really? Is that what you do at your family reunions?
You know what's,
please.
You know what's funny though? It's like watching those big ones that the intricate domino, and then they
push over domino,
and then it creates this art that actually stresses me out.
It stresses you out?
It stresses me out because, quite literally, all I can think is like, man, that took hours to do.
And I've often wondered, do I have the time or the desire to ever do something like that?
But like imagine one mistake and that entire thing is ruined.
Brandon,
I've seen videos of people getting
and like just
100 hours almost to the end of it, and somebody knocks one over and
and then it just
up the
screws
whole
up the
thing.
entire, and in the end, their face, like they just sit there and watch helplessly, and you could just see them dying inside. Like as it
I'd
falls.
go down the line a little bit and kick them over so they wouldn't knock the rest of them
But it
over.
would just knock the rest of them over. This is a very intricate process.
See,
at that point, you just kill them. Like, just kill them.
It's this internal
They have
angst you
nothing
have
else.
that's not good for you. You can't be anxious about seeing those. When it's somebody else's problem, you just let it go.
Yeah.
Let them worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what time it is?
And I know it.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
It's time to talk about the gun box, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Safe storage for your gun, quick access for your gun.
When I walk on by, girls be looking like Danny.
Mm-hmm. And that's the sound, of course, the gun box makes when you open it.
I'm sexy and I know it.
If you go to thegunbox.com, you'll see exactly what I mean. I mean, it really does. This thing is just, it's smoking hot looking. And you've got the 2.0, which is the one that sits next to your bed. You've got the, I wanted to call it the Nano for a second. It's not the Nano. It's the, man, I hate senior moments. The Echo. Not the X10, but the Echo. The Echo is the one you can take with you as you travel. The SK1 Tactical is the one that can hold more than one gun. And it looks, I mean, it
looks like it'll hold a rifle.
It does. I can't really tell scale in the picture. It looks, it's probably, 3 feet tall? A little over 3 feet?
Yeah.
Something like that. But if you go to thegunbox.com, you'll find not only the most secure way to secure your firearm, but the fastest way to access it, and it all looks sexy. It is sexy, and it knows it. Thegunbox.com. You ready for your big debut?
For what?
Did you wear something pretty?
I just wore what I've got on. Oh, is it headlines
Scoured
time?
News platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now. Here's Brad Staggs.
You got nervous for a second, didn't you?
Well, I didn't know where we were going. I've got 11 minutes left to do headlines. This is a 15-minute process, Brad.
It's my bad. I take full responsibility. I think you should fire me.
You are fired.
I think you should. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm going home. I'm taking a nap.
This episode of Headlines brought to you by the letter N. I'll tell you why later. 5 headlines I've got. One is true. Is it not?
It's not bad. That's not bad. I'll give you that.
Or I should have said, or is it not? Yeah, that was about
You got a slow clap.
Don't cheat. All right, here we go. According to one African safari national park, they've got a problem with obese giraffes now.
And I thought fat giraffe meant something completely different.
Obese giraffes causing trouble in Africa. Apparently, these giraffes are not only a danger to other animals and humans, but themselves as well. The myriad of problems created by obese giraffes are a cause for concern for park staff, who believe that safari goers are the ones fueling the fatty giraffes.
Don't feed the damn giraffe!
Don't feed the giraffes. Park ranger reveals we get these mainly American safari visitors giving them random food items, including Twinkies.
Oh, come on. Who doesn't like Twinkies, though?
Giraffes apparently do like Twinkies. We try to tell them to stop, but it is very hard to regulate. It's just not what they eat in one end, but what comes out the other end is usually not very good either. Apparently, It gives them tummy troubles.
And you don't want to see a giraffe throw up. Because it's got a long, it builds up.
It's got a long way to go.
Yeah, some speed by the time it reaches the outport.
This is actually in the Serengeti National. They said in total there are approximately 43 obese giraffes now. And they have to, oh wow. They're actually going to fine people who they find giving giraffe food $1,000. Wow, that's a lot.
Well, there you go. That should cut down on some of that obese giraffe nonsense.
I would probably, if I had food items and I could feed an animal, though, I probably would. But giraffes are...
Why would you give them a Twinkie? Because it's all you...
Because
it's all I had.
Why would you not give them a Twinkie, though?
Well, no,
if you had a Twinkie and you knew a giraffe would eat a Twinkie, would you not give it one?
Here's the thing. This is how you fix that. You don't allow fat people to go to the zoo.
Really?
Yes. You allow Dr. Ken, people like him, to go to the zoo because they're going to have healthy snacks. They're not going to have the sugar. Yeah, you don't allow fat.
They should give them like the oats and stuff. Like
yes.
Yeah, like give them a nice Cliff bar.
Thank you. People, yes, the people who go to they should not be the fatties.
Police sees super obedient lookout parrot trained by Brazilian drug dealers.
That's a lot of drug dealers.
I'm telling you.
A Brazilian is a lot of them.
A parrot has been taken into custody in northern Brazil following a police raid targeting crack dealers.
He was an informant.
He was. According to a report, he was in there the entire time. The bird has been taught to alert criminals to police operations in Vila Irma Dulce, a low-income community in the sun-scorched capital of Piauí State, by shouting, "Mom, the police!"
Mom, the police?
Mom, the police!
Did he say it in English?
Yeah, apparently. No, I think he
Did you just say apparently?
Apparently.
You should have said apparently. Apparently he did.
Apparently he did.
See.
The parrot who has not been named, they're keeping his identity secret just in case.
I'm telling you, he's
was seized on Monday afternoon when officers swooped on a drug den run by a local couple. We must have been trained for this. He must have been trained for this. One officer involved in the operation said of the two-winged wrongdoer. As soon as the police got close, he started shouting. Now it's gone completely silent. They can't get a damn word out of him.
I'm telling you, he was a plant.
They're just sitting playing good cop, bad cop to this parrot.
Polly, want a cracker? I know you want a cracker, Polly.
Come on, Polly. We'll just give you a cracker.
Hey, you know what?
No, screw this. I'm sick and tired of wasting time with this freaking parrot.
Yep, that's exact. And will the parrot fold? That's all we need to know.
Idaho turns potato into $200 per night Airbnb.
You can stay in a potato?
When you think of Idaho, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Susie Quellman.
I don't know.
You don't know Susie Quellman?
No, I don't. Potatoes, right? I have to run through this now. We're running out of time. Potatoes, right? If you find yourself in the gym state, yes, I had to
7
Google
minutes.
that.
That's plenty of time.
You can now rest your head. I have 5 on inside a spud.
That's true.
For only $200 a night plus $42 in taxes and fees, you can book your stay via Airbnb in a giant potato, reports the Idaho Statesman. While big by potato standard, the rental in 25 miles southeast of Boise is tight for an apartment. It measures only 336 square feet. In that space, the owner squeezed in a queen-size bed, stylish chairs, and an elk antler chandelier. All in a giant potato.
An elk chandelier in a potato.
Oh. 450,000 worth of colonoscopes stolen from Philly hospital.
That was a word added in 1978.
Yeah. Police are searching for a trio of thieves who stole hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical equipment from a hospital in suburban Philadelphia. The three thieves broke into Lankenau Medical Center on 100 Lancaster Avenue in Wynwood on Saturday at 7:30 a.m. and stole several Olympus colonoscopes worth approximately $450,000 in total.
Damn, we're in the wrong business.
Seriously, the tube-like instruments are used to examine the colon during, just in case you didn't know what they were for.
Aha!
They're for putting in your butt.
Aha!
And looking around. This is the first time we have encountered this type of theft, so we don't have all the answers.
How do you...
We've never encountered this kind of problem before.
How do you fence those?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, there's a pretty limited market for, I would think, for colonoscopes out on the black market.
Hey, mister. Hey, come over here. Hey. You want to put something up your butt?
You want to buy a watch?
You want to look
colonoscope?
You want to look? You want to look inside your butt? I got a thing for you. I got all sorts of things for you.
Just don't put it in the wrong hole.
This is not something that a typical pawn shop might accept, Vice said. My feeling would be that it was some type of black market sales.
Yeah, but I would... What doctor is going to buy that?
Oh, speaking of weird things, company creates tampon-shaped speakers so unborn babies can listen to music.
Ew.
Jade eggs are a thing of the past. Get out of here, Goop. Move over.
Jade eggs.
Women are now buying small intravaginal speakers for their unborn babies. Baby Pod is a silicone hypoallergenic FDA-approved device that, according to studies, helps babies vocalize. Moms-to-be can start using Baby Pod at 16 weeks of pregnancy. Baby Pod is safe, and it should only be Baby Pod is safe, and it should only be avoided in high-risk pregnancies.
I'll bet you can use it at 15 weeks.
Or if the patient has contractions, a dilated cervix, or basically for giving birth, don't
right
give your baby music.
That's what we call a roadblock at that point.
He's busy. Don't use it if you also have an infection, they said.
No.
After testing hundreds of pregnant women, gynecologists with Institute Marquis determined the following. Music applied vaginally generates a response consisting of mouth and tongue movements by the fetus. These are vocal... This is weird. This is too weird.
Yeah. That took a turn down the dolphin suicide road.
87% of babies apparently responded. Those are your 5 headlines.
Wow. By the way, we just learned what that infection is called.
What's that?
Vaginosis.
Oh, that's true.
The year that Ron was born, yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for giving us that.
Without him,
Thanks for
we
giving us
wouldn't know.
vaginosis, bro.
Right.
Okay, so let me go ahead and read through these. Safari goers are feeding giraffes, and now they are gaining some weight. Police sees a super obedient lookout parrot that won't talk. It won't give up It won't give up his friends.
It's waiting for the right price. Everybody has their price.
Everyone has a price.
Yes, they do.
His is 3 crackers.
Uh-huh.
Idaho turns potato into $200 per night Airbnb. $450 worth of colonoscopes stolen from Philly hospital. And vaginal speakers for Yo Baby. Which one is fake? But first, Brad Staggs.
The pictures I've conjured up in my mind. This morning, I'm drinking the Ron Sexual Chocolate. Ron Sexual Chocolate. Sexual chocolate. It's good, too.
It is good.
It's just the right, it's the flavor that tickles you. It just kind of tickles your mouth. There's really no good way to go with this, is there? No. Now, if you go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com, that's where you'll find the Ron Sexual Chocolate, which is just a hint of raspberry, a hint of chocolate, a lot of coffee, a lot of good stuff. You'll also find the coffee drops. You'll find the Brandon Morse
Code Monkey Bread Blend.
Yep. Every time. I love it when you say it because it's just like
I don't know why
you're working through a different language for some reason.
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Get you some today. Get you some of that.
Sip.
APR coffee. All right. It's all yours.
All right. So what do you guys think?
I was going to go with stool pigeon parrot, but then I decided to go with the vaginal disco tech.
I think you're first.
The vaginal dance club.
The vaginal dance club.
I think the parrot. I think your first instinct was writer.
You think so?
I do. That's just me. I'm
think
going with
the parrot?
I'm going with the parrot.
Okay. It's all over the place today. Some people think the potato hotel is crap. Some people think the vaginal speaker is crap. Let's see.
There's a joke there.
The vaginal speaker is crap. Some people think the giraffes are fake. Some people think that the
Potato hotel could be fake.
Yeah, the potato hotel. Yeah, it's all over the place today.
All right.
All right.
Long one. No.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I was about to get up and go get my coffee.
See?
I was like, he's doing it.
Nope.
All right. So, if you guessed.
Yes. I'm right, aren't I? I'm right. I won, didn't I? I won. Tell me I won. I won.
Brad, I've got great news for you, buddy. You are wrong. It is actually the giraffes. The giraffe story is fake. Yep. I'm pretty sure that they monitor people feeding those animals in that park very closely.
So they're not feeding them Twinkies. So we can allow.
And someone's sticking speakers up there too. That's great.
That can actually happen.
I love this country. I really do.
A free exchange of ideas. MoJo 50.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Got an old car? You can donate it, whether it's running or not, to the United Breast Cancer Foundation and save a life. They'll even come and pick it up for free. The United Breast Cancer Foundation has saved hundreds of women's lives through their free or low-cost breast screen exams. But now they need your help. The United Breast Cancer Foundation wants to save more lives through early detection by offering women free or low-cost breast screening exams. And donating your old car, SUV, or truck, whether it's running or not, helps pay for them. Plus, you get a charitable tax deduction. Help the United Breast Cancer Foundation save lives by donating your old car, SUV, or truck. Call now for free pickup. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. Call right now. That number again is 800-245-0823.
I got my
MoJo 50.
I got my mojo working out.
Live free.
I got my mojo working. I got my mojo working out. But it just won't work on you. I got my mojo working. But I just don't know what to do, y'all.
The Daily Mojo.
By the way, again, in the process of elimination, that means you can stay in a potato.
Yeah. You can stay in a potato.
Mojo Collusion thought that was fake. No.
A lot of people thought it was fake, and I can understand why. I think that potato is fake.
Now the potato, actually, the funny thing is I saw that story.
Yeah.
And it looks like a giant potato.
It does look like a giant potato, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a...
And which one was it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, the giraffes. So that means the Vagina Radio.
I like that Let's Be Frank and PA. He was like, need to buy the matching ass speakers so the fetus can enjoy stereo. Surround sound.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
This is a great... I mean,
here's the other thing that really makes me happy, though.
Yeah.
Is that you can train a parrot to like be a lookout for you in all of your crimes, and then he will stay super loyal. He will not give you up. He won't say a damn word.
No.
Once he's arrested, they put like the handcuffs on his wings behind his back. He's being let in. The cops come in and they're like, "All right, Mr. Parrot, you're gonna tell us everything you know."
That is the truth.
And he's like, "Go screw yourself." And dude, I am all
I
about
know.
that. Parrots, man, more loyal than dogs.
I'm telling you, he is an informant. He's waiting for the right inducement to come along, and he is.
Maybe they'll cut a deal with him. They'll cut a deal with him.
I would.
You
I
know?
mean, you don't want to piss off the parrot informant.
Dude, the parrot mafia, they're no
Right.
Joke, man.
They aren't.
They're no joke.
Okay, so we talked about Elizabeth Warren earlier today, and she's running. And you didn't
Where she's running, we don't know.
Run, Liz, run. You got to play that for Brandon.
You heard the you've heard the campaign song for Liz Warren, haven't you?
No.
Oh, come on now. You've never heard who was it that put this together as one of her
I thought it was a comedian of some sort.
I don't know if it was a comedian, but I mean, this was serious. This was an absolutely serious song put together to encourage Liz Warren to run for the presidency of the United States. And it's catchy.
Americans want our next president to be a woman. Hey, babe, here's looking at you, Senator Elizabeth Warren. The planet is warming and the power is shifting.
Oh, yeah.
We need a leader who won't stand for all the Wall Street bullshit the lobbyists grifting. Run, 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 Liz, run. You gotta run for the office and get the job done. Run, 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 Liz, run. We need a president. We need President Warren. A president. We need President Warren.
By the way, the video that goes with this, none of the guys in it look like alpha males, just saying.
I need to see the video of this because that's the best part. It's always the best part.
Ask and you shall receive.
The system is rigged because it is, and it's time that we stand up. The contract we've known has been cheated and broken. We need a leader who won't stand for all the corporate bullies, political ponies.
Run, Liz, run.
Run, Liz, run. You gotta run for the office and get the job done. Run, 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 Liz, run. We need a president.
Wow.
We need
President Warren.
President. We need President Warren.
It's got a catchy tune.
She was kind of hot, actually, that one.
So you're rich, that's fantastic, and God bless. But there's just a couple of things Liz Warren won't let you forget. Nobody got rich on their own, not nobody. Everybody needs bridges and streets to succeed. Oh, run, 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 Liz, run. You gotta run for the office and get the job done. Run, 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 Liz, run. We need a president. We need President Warren, a president. We need President Warren, a president. We need President Warren.
Oh, that was cute.
That was actually back in 2016 when she. I just don't know what. Excuse me, that was back in 2014 that they actually published the song. So it was way back in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
That they did this, and it's catchy. It is an earworm.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Yeah, no, I'll give it that. It's catchy.
It is catchy.
It is catchy.
But remember, you didn't
But
make that on your own.
I will. Yeah. I got to tell you though, there is something about, I don't know why they proceed to do this constantly, but every single time, like no matter how bad it is, propaganda is propaganda.
Yes.
And for some odd reason, Americans suck at making propaganda.
Yes.
We suck at it.
Yes.
Like, like the Russians and Germans, like even, well, I mean, back in 1940s, we were like, they're very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy Russ said, "Oh, wow, that sounds like an old schoolhouse rock song."
Doesn't it
though?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then again, it's nice and catchy. It sticks in your head.
But the problem is like no matter how, 'cause it's the way that we perceive propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so awkward. No matter what. And like every single time, like leftists for some odd reason love making propaganda videos like this. They absolutely love it.
They're good
Like propaganda music videos. And did you see the one for O'Rourke? Beto O'Rourke back in his Senate run against Ted Cruz?
I'm not sure I did.
So yeah, there was two that were made. And both of them were insanely awkward. First, it was like a bunch of really awkward people sitting in a field going B-E-T-O and like making.
Oh, like YMCA.
Yes, exactly. But
See?
then another one was made from this Austin group. I forget what they were called. Yeah, Ron's trying to do the letters and you can't. You know why you can't? Because it's impossible to do.
It's like the E is the hardest one.
Exactly. But yeah, it was. Here I would rather just play it for you. I'd rather show you. I'd rather just show you. Hang on, let me see if I can't. Where's my cord?
I don't know.
Where is my cord?
I don't know. These are things you have to plan out in advance.
I did not plan on actually having to.
Well, let me do
talk amongst yourselves.
All right, because we have the Friday leftovers
I actually
to do
did
next,
get
too.
Brad to connect his computer before the show this morning. That was pretty good.
It was nice of you. Let me tell you about MoJo Wild Rice while the studio is being frantically searched. MoJo Wild Rice is where you can go. You could get the 45 version of Run Liz Run for your mom. You could buy it in 45. You have to buy her turntable too. Or you could go to MoJoWildRice.com and get her the Mother's Day sampler pack. And that is, I'm telling you, it is full of yummy goodness. And here's the dirty little secret that they won't tell you about. See, when you get mom the Mother's Day gift pack, she's going to end up making you the pancakes and all that stuff. See? There's an ulterior motive for doing it this way, because then you get to enjoy the yum goodness of the wild rice flour pancake mix and the blueberry honey. I'm trying to see what's in it from here. It's always so much easier just to reach over and pick it up because it's full. And this thing has got some weight to it. There's maple syrup in it. You'll also find the whipped honey. You find the blueberry jam. You'll find the wild rice pancake waffle and muffin mix. Yum. Get you some. Use the promo code MOM10 and you will get 10% off if you go to MoJoWildRice.com for Mother's Day this year. MoJoWildRice.com. Did you find said cord?
Oh, I got it.
Kurt Russell dies in the end, doesn't he?
Kurt Russell dies in the end, yeah.
All right.
So this is from Esther's Follies, and they bill themselves as kind of like the SNL of Austin, which is very generous. That is very generous of them to say, because SNL is even hardly... They're hardly funny. And if they're the SNL, like they're like sub SNL, then just assume that you're going to be... So this is like the cringiest thing. Right?
All right.
So... This is a video, a propaganda music video that they made for O'Rourke back when he was running against Ted Cruz. They tried to model it after, I guess, Grease or something like that. And it is, I'm just going to go ahead and play it because I did.
Is she really going door to door for him? I don't know. Let's ask her. Hey, Janie, is that a Beto sign in your front yard? Uh-huh. Oh, it must be great volunteering at his phone bank. Is he ahead of Ted Cruz yet? Uh-uh. By the way, where'd you meet him?
I first saw him on Ellen DeGeneres. He's taking on the GOP. You get the picture?
Yes, we see.
And Beto does it without a super
Oh, it's leader of the pack.
Here he comes now. He's married with kids.
That's leader of the pack.
He said, look,
he does it without a super PAC.
So
wow.
At the next scene, they pop up with like a cutout of he and his family, and his wife is there.
Are his arms moving?
No. His arms are very stationary. But they rip off the wife, and then like they replace it with the lead singer in the video of this, and she's singing next to Beto like she's the wife.
But he's still my man.
That's creepy.
Man. He played guitar in a rock and roll band. Like Bernie Sanders, but he's got a tan. There's nobody my Beto compares to. Like JFK with a $10 hairdo. Hey, Ted Cruz, you better watch your back.
That's catchy. It's catchy.
You go find it because it might be one of the cringe. Like the video is cringy. Here's the other one though.
There's two of them.
Oh yeah. Imagine all of this, but it's like really awkward old white people in a field doing this together. Like it's cult-like. It's weird. There's something about leftists. Like if that was bad, The ones that they made for Hillary Clinton, both in 2016 and like during her run with Obama, beyond awkward to watch. Beyond. I seriously, I think that moment that they released these Beto O'Rourke propaganda music videos is the point where I was pretty sure Beto lost. Because Ted Cruz literally popped up and he goes, elect me and I will never endorse or create anything like this. And I was like, elected.
They know what, I'm telling you, it's catchy. They know what to do.
Yep.
All right, Ron, let's get to this thing.
And now, Doc Thompson presents the Friday Leftovers.
These are, in fact, the great stories we did not get to earlier in the week, so we will get to them at this moment. A woman who was accused of sending a man 159,000 text messages and breaking into his Paradise Valley home wants her case to go to trial, believing a jury will find her innocent, while also ordering her and the man she's accused of stalking to get married. Wow. Those were among the comments made by Jacqueline Aids in a recent phone interview with the Arizona Republic from Maricopa County's Estrella Jail, where she has been incarcerated since May of 2018. At least she won't be on the street. Authorities said she continued to stalk a Paradise Valley man after a single date. She broke into his home. She sent thousands of text messages to him over the course of 10 months, including some in which she threatened to wear his flesh and devour his organs.
Well, yeah.
Is that wrong?
No.
I mean, haven't you ever said, I'm going to eat you up?
Yeah.
I'm going to eat you up.
It's really a term. It's like she's being endearing.
I'm going to eat your liver. I'm going to eat your kidneys.
That's right. I'm going to rip your heart out and just eat it up.
I'm going to sop you up with a biscuit.
That's right.
I'm going to wear your intestines around my neck.
Oh, yeah, dog. I'm gonna fillet your skin and turn it into a coat.
I'm going to wear your pancreas as a pendant.
I'm going to make your teeth into a necklace.
Your appendix is going to be my appendix. She said, I just think it's ridiculous. I can't believe that it turned into this. I can't believe that I'm actually in jail over some text messages. I can see her saying this too.
Yeah, I'm you know what, lady, I am so sorry that you're having to go through this. You're just being nice. I get it.
She maintained that her threats against the man,
sexy,
that they were jokes. She'd never act on them. She said that the man responded to her texts for 3 months, but stopped after she sent the threats.
Oh, really?
That's weird.
Why would he do that? That sounds like men are such pigs.
Hey, AIDS is on the phone again for you. AIDS said she threatened the man after a fight with her mother and took out her anger on him.
Ooh.
I said, if I had a perverted imagination, what would I think? AIDS said. And then I wrote all of these weird things, just like I was literally playing with my imagination, and it turned out that scared him.
I could see why.
Her attorney, Matthew Leathers, has requested a Rule 11 hearing in January to evaluate her mental competency to ensure that she understood the charges and the proceedings against her and to assist in her own defense. Okay, see, this is actually brilliant because he's saying, by saying, I don't get it. What is that wrong? They're saying, oh, bless her heart. She's crazy.
Yeah.
She knows what she did.
She knows exactly what she did. This is one of those times where it's just like, look, you're just admit it. You have problems, please. I hate that. I hate it when people have problems and they do not want to recognize them at all.
She's brilliant.
If you're literally talking to someone and saying, look, I'm gonna fillet you alive and
I'm gonna eat you up.
I'm gonna eat you.
There's a totally different
parts of your body. I'm going to engage in cannibalism. Then maybe something is wrong.
Your liver and some grilled onions.
The nice candy.
She began stalking him after she met him on a dating site.
Oh, God.
She would send him 500 texts in a single day. 500.
What is she doing throughout the day?
How do you send 500 a day?
Seriously, I can't send more than 3 without being like, I'm so sick and tired of texting right now. I hate it when people text me. I hate it.
You do?
I hate it when people text me.
Would you rather have them call you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's
I would
so
much
old-fashioned.
rather be called.
That is so old-fashioned.
I am an old-fashioned guy, but I mean, like, I know it's a weird quirk of mine. Don't get me wrong. Like, receiving text for just quick messages about stuff is perfectly fine. Right. But I do not like engaging in conversations via text.
You like
if you have something to tell me, like if you have like something you're trying to figure something out or whatever, just call me. Let's call me. If you have like information, like an address or something like that, then yes, text me that. But if we're going to sit and have a conversation, call me. I don't want to sit here, stop what I'm doing, pick up what I'm doing, like, read it, okay, answer back, okay, put it down, go back to what I'm doing, another text, stop, pick it up, okay, let me read it, okay, answer back, and it just continues for like 10 minutes.
Do you like the pictures I send you?
I mean, yeah.
I should just not include so much text with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to see.
Okay, all right.
I want the
That's
visuals,
understood.
Brad. Let me make up my own texts.
I can get that. One of the ones she sent to this guy, oh, what I would do with your blood. I'd want to bathe in it.
Wow.
Police later found her taking a bath in the man's home with a large butcher knife in her car, according to court documents.
Why? What is that is strange, but it's like not uncommon. Stalkers, they go into like people's houses and they take showers
and wear their clothes. Haven't you ever done that?
No.
Ron's done it.
Well, Ron he looks good. He looks good in my skinny jeans.
That lacy thing.
No, who was it the other day? It was like a celebrity. Someone was stalking a celebrity. They broke into his house, and they took a shower. They took a shower. Why is that?
That's because you're standing in the space where your crush has been naked.
Is that what it is? Is that what it boils down to?
I mean, I would guess. I mean, that's probably the same reason they curl up in their bed.
Yeah.
Smell like you. I'm going to smell your hair. I'm going to smell your pillow. I'm going to smell your feet.
I want to use your conditioner.
Must be your feet.
I want to use your loofah. I kind of want to smell like, what is this? What is this soap you've got here? I want to smell like bourbon and cedar.
A 66-year-old licensed Bay Area lawyer was arrested on Sunday after he allegedly taped a camera to his shoe and then moved his shoe so that the camera was under a female juvenile's dress at an Apple store in Walnut Creek.
Oh, dude, look, if you're going to do that, just make sure they're of age.
Jacques Bloxham.
Jock Block? Did he get Jock Blocked?
Wow. Who is a personal injury attorney who was reportedly confronted by the girl's father and fled the store. Officers said they found various cameras and recording devices in the suspect's car in addition to the one attached to said shoe, which I think would be relatively obvious, but what do I know? Bloxham was arrested around 3 o'clock, booked into the Contra Costa County Jail on suspicion of using a camera to secretly record the undergarments of another person, which apparently is illegal, along with annoying or molesting a child under 18. He later posted bail. Police are investigating whether Bloxham recorded others and urge anyone with information to call the Walnut Creek Police Department. Will he actually represent himself?
I hope he does.
That will be entertainment beyond anything any of us could possibly imagine.
I do not look. If you're into like looking up the skirts of kids, you deserve to have your ass beat.
That could be a problem.
You deserve, and no, I don't mean like you deserve to have your ass beat.
Oh yeah, if you're the father, you're chasing this guy down and
oh hell yeah, and you know what, whatever happens after that,
yeah,
the judge should be like, well,
right, yeah,
why'd you do that,
sir? What did you expect to happen?
Exactly. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. If you are a pedophile,
are you sure you're not sorry?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Okay, that's good. That's better.
If you're a pedophile, I think like the worst should come to you. Like honestly, there's a
Damn
reason
you can't do that.
There's a reason that like when you get into prison, like what are you in prison for? Child rape? Oh, well then you die.
Yes,
they kill you for that. Like in prison,
if you eat body parts of another full-grown adult,
and then you just kind of stay away.
No, you die too.
They kill you for that?
Jeffrey Dahmer. He didn't last what, a year?
Oh really?
Oh yeah, Dahmer was as soon as he got in there.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he was beaten to death.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be a child molester or a cannibal.
Don't be a child molester or cannibal. They kill you for that kind of thing.
And
you know what?
Because you're a freak at that point.
Man, I am so sorry to go off on a tangent real fast.
That's unusual.
Why? Why are we trying to legitimize and make it okay to be a pedophile nowadays? Have you noticed that?
No.
Have you noticed that? Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, Salon came out with like 2 or 3 different articles from a pedophile who was trying to legitimize.
Oh, well, you've had NAMBLA around forever.
Yeah, but then like you also have pedophiles are like, well, we need to be a part of the LGBT community because we are a sexual preference, and it's like no. You're not a sexual preference. You're a sickness. You don't touch kids. Period. But the weird thing is that the left keeps giving these people platforms. Why are they doing that? What the hell is wrong with people? This is why I can never be on the left. This is just one more reason.
In Haines City, which happens to be in Florida, the family woke up to a surprise on Thursday morning. They found a stranger asleep on their front porch with a loaded shotgun.
Oh.
Jarius Adams told police he was walking home after drinking at a local bar around 2:30 in the morning when he got very tired. So he walked onto the porch and sat down and went to sleep. Loaded shotgun found in Adams' possession was shorter than the 16-inch minimum required by law. Serial number had been filed down, painted over. That, by the way, is a no-no. Police said Adams, a convicted felon, who should be allowed to vote, was not allowed to be in possession of a firearm. Probably why he ground the serial number off, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. Adams told police he knew he wasn't supposed to have it, but he, quote, needed protection. Well, yeah, because he's sleeping on a straight. He doesn't know if the people inside are serial killers. When you fall asleep on somebody's porch, you don't know who these people are. You don't know if they're going to come outside and kill you.
And, I mean, to be honest with you, I almost kind of think that if you fall asleep on someone else's porch with a loaded weapon, whatever happens to you after that is kind of your fault. Kind of your fault.
But you have to admit he needs protection at that point, right? I mean, he is on a stranger's front porch. He does not know if you walk.
He's kind of giving up any right for protection at that point in time. I mean, look,
I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say he had the right to it. I said, did he feel like he needed it?
Oh,
yes. I mean, if you walk up there, don't you feel like you need? You don't know who's in that house.
No, I understand.
They could be crazy. They could be a bunch of drunkards.
If a rando fell asleep on my porch, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna call in the police, getting him out of there. If a rando fell asleep on my porch with a shotgun, that's a different. That's
you're looking at it from the wrong viewpoint.
I'm grabbing my gun. I'm going outside, and I'm gonna point my gun at you and be like, you're gonna leave the shotgun here.
You have to look at it from Adam's point of view.
Walk away.
You have to look at it from his side of the fence.
I
put yourself in his shoes. They might not fit, but try.
Okay.
You are on a stranger's porch. You don't know you don't know if they're nuts. They don't know. They might come out and try to beat you to death.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you need a shotgun?
Why are you asleep on the porch?
I'm tired.
Why are you tired?
I'm tired. I've been drinking until it's 2:30 in the morning. Damn, I should be in bed. You don't want me driving home, do you? Well, there's a chair right there. I sit down. I take me a nap.
So you're drunk.
Yeah.
You got a
I've been drinking. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't know what you're doing. Where you are.
I don't know. Well, I know where I am. I'm in front of their house. I see a chair. They put a chair out there. That's an attractive nuisance. I'm thinking, I'm tired. I need to sit me down.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know if they're crazy. Do I know if they're nuts living in that house? Mm-hmm. No, I don't. I know I need protection from the crazies that might be in that house, which has the chair that I need to sit down on and take a load off.
Why did you choose that house with the crazies?
It's the only one with a chair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I see your logic.
Do you want to lay down on the concrete? No.
I see your logic.
See?
But why wouldn't you just, call an Uber?
I have a gun, not a phone.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Call them on my shotgun phone?
You know what you could do? You could just fire the shotgun into the air.
That wakes everybody up. That's rude.
But here's the great part about it is they will call a service to come get you and take you to a place where you can safely, they will keep you safe.
You're talking about the cops, aren't you? I don't want to go to jail. I want to take a nap.
But think about it.
I just want to take a nap.
Where would you be most safe? Behind bars. No one can get to you. For those crazy people in that house, they can't get to you from there. You're behind an entire squadron of police. You're behind iron bars. You've got a nice little bed there. Right. Okay, you just sleep it off, and then they're like, hey.
See, then I got a black mark on my record.
Hey, but you know what? You didn't get killed. You didn't get killed by the crazy people in the house.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Chief Jim Alensky had some words of wisdom and he offered the following: guns and alcohol are a bad combination.
Oh, says who?
Jim Alinsky.
Jim Alinsky.
Most important thing here is that no one, including Mr. Adams, was hurt. Those inside did the right thing by calling us, and our officers responded quickly.
Okay.
It's got a happy ending.
Yeah.
See?
The dolphin didn't die.
No, the dolphin did not off himself. Florida Keys, man. That would be in Florida. Bought an $8 million island off of Key West this month.
Good for him.
He was then arrested over the weekend after police said he stole $300 in household goods from Kmart.
You know, this is ridiculous. I am sick and tired of the way that we treat the rich in this country.
Right.
Okay, a man can't steal something from Kmart and be a millionaire.
He needed it. Andrew Francis Lippy is a 59-year-old resident of Key Haven. He was arrested Saturday night on a felony charge of grand theft of $300 to under $5,000. He will be in court soon. A week before the arrest, he bought the well-known Thompson Island, the home to the Knight family for the past 70 years, and most recently, philanthropist Edward B. Knight. He paid $8 million for said island and yet had to steal $300 from Kmart.
Because at that point, you could get thrills from riding on a jet ski made of solid gold, or maybe even skydive from your private plane, but really the real thrill comes from stealing from random people and seeing if you can get away with it.
I don't know. I think this is another case of, okay, I just bought an island. I go to Kmart because I got to get some towels for the bathroom. Right. And I go to write the check, and I look at my account. I was like, oh, damn, at that $8 million check I just wrote wiped me out.
Yep.
I ain't got the $300 to pay for these hand towels that I need to put in the bathroom. So I still, do you want me to have a bathroom without hand towels? Is that sanitary?
I understand.
No, it is not sanitary. I need the towels.
My question, though, is like, look, you need to steal from a place that will actually complement or maybe even stay on par.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you steal from a Pottery Barn?
No, his big mistake?
Why didn't you steal from like
he should have stolen
a Crate and Barrel?
Anywhere in Dallas. They would not have prosecuted him. It was under $750.
Wow, well done.
You didn't know about that?
No.
What? Oh! You'll find out. Coming up. Daily Mojo.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The American economy remained red hot in the first 3 months of the year, growing at a solid 3.2% annual rate.
The increase was a far better outcome than expected, overcoming a host of headwinds, including global weakness, rising trade tensions, and a partial government shutdown. The advance in the gross domestic product marks an acceleration from a 2.2% gain in the previous October to December period. It surpassed the 3% bar set by President Trump, as evidence his economic program is working.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Later today, the president will address the NRA.
President Trump heads to Indianapolis to deliver remarks at the annual meeting of the National Rifle Association, which played a pivotal role in helping him get elected. But since then, the NRA has found itself dealing with infighting, money issues, and facing a series of investigations into how it operates, including allegations that covert Russian agents seeking to influence the 2016 election courted its officials and funneled money through the group. Coincidentally, Maria Butina, the Russian gun rights activist who admits to being a secret agent for the Kremlin, is scheduled to be sentenced in federal court in Washington today. Matt Small, Washington.
A fiery crash along a stretch of Colorado Interstate has left multiple people dead and the highway closed. It happened on I-70 in the Denver suburb of Lakewood. Several big rigs and a dozen cars are involved. The crash triggered at least one explosion, and that was followed by a raging fire. Authorities are investigating to determine the cause. Some mosques in Sri Lanka are holding Friday prayers. This despite warnings of more attacks after the Easter suicide bombings targeting churches and hotels. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures down 16 points. NASDAQ futures up 30. S&P futures 2 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RADUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah, it
Try
does.
it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
If you're tired of being fat, that's the simplest way I can put it, try Riduzone. It's not magic, it's science. It's a simple way to help keep yourself from overeating. Go to Riduzone. That's Riduzone.com.
Say what you want to say about Cortez. She's not unattractive. Whoopi Goldberg, ugly as dirt. She one ugly woman. She ugly. Whoopi is jealous.
Making radio great again. The Cartel with Nat and Ron. Weekday afternoon. MoJo 50. Dr. Ken Brown here, host of Gut Check Project with my co-host Eric Rieger. Eric, we've been seeing MoJo guys over there and over here at Spoonie talk about Atrantil for bloating. I've seen in my practice that Atrantil is a whole lot more than just a bloating product.
Yes, it does a whole lot more than just fix bloating because of the polyphenols that you find in Atrantil.
You're exactly right. The polyphenols are those molecules that we find in the Mediterranean diet. It makes vegetables and fruits very colorful. What are some of the things that these polyphenols do, Eric?
These polyphenols can actually stop inflammation. They can help you have more energy. They can help you with anti-aging. And polyphenols are great for athletes.
It sounds like it's going to help a whole lot more people than just bloating. Tell me how everybody should be taking Atrantil.
If you want to dose Atrantil, it's 2 capsules 3 times a day, basically with your meals. But if you aren't bloated and you just want that polyphenol intake every day, 2 to 3 capsules a day will work for you.
Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. This is the MoJo 50 Institute for the Advanced Application of Freedom. Ya bitches.
The mothership has landed.
Let's see here. Ohio whackbird. What I learned today, Thompson Island. You call that an island? I demand a refund. Smacking duck. I really feel sorry for the guy arrested for shoplifting after buying the island, and in sympathy, I will allow him to adopt me. You just want to live on Thompson Island. B from the SAV. Whoa, wait, you're burying the lead here. There are still Kmarts around, right? They're Kmarts and Sears. Actually, they just didn't they just recently have to make new slogans? I think they had new slogans for Sears and Kmart. And I believe those slogans were, yeah, we're still around. Come shop with us before we close. It was on this date, by the way, in 1977, that Studio 54 opened up in New York City. Studio 50, I'm sorry I missed that, actually. Studio 54 would have been a pretty wild experience. I know people who went to Studio 54 back in the heyday, but I never got to go there.
I would actually like to have seen, like, I wish there was, like, footage from it. If they're, like, I would like to see what it was like.
Well,
because it was apparently incredibly, like...
Funny you should mention that, because since it is Friday, since it is the 3rd hour of the program, it is time for Netflix and Chill.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
See, this is the last hour of the program of the podcast. To see if you're lucky, if you're listening to the podcast, you can just hit repeat. Listen over and over and over and over and over and over. And over and over and over.
Quick thing though, my fiance just discovered that you know that Pina Colada song? If you like pina colada. She just discovered that this song is about cheating on your wife. She's like, have you heard that song? I'm like, yeah. I would be so pissed.
They were both cheating on each other.
They were both cheating on each other. Like, your marriage is in trouble, bro.
Right.
Like, it's supposed to be like a cheery, like, if you like pina colada.
It's not a song about cheating on your wife. It's a song about cheating on your spouse from both sides of the fence.
It's about a marriage that is falling apart, and they're looking to cheat on each other. And so
it's about a marriage they're not communicating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not falling apart. It's because they're not communicating.
Well, it's falling apart because they're not communicating.
Well, I'll give you that.
But no, the entire song is one dude's quest to have an affair on his wife, only to discover that his wife was trying to have an affair on him.
Right.
And now I'm going to assume that for the rest of their marriage, which I'm going to guess is going to last 6 more months, their whole way to get off is going to be, let's pretend that we're cheating on each other with each other.
So that is the skeptic. That is the wrong. The way to look at the song is they rediscovered each other and lived happily ever after.
Yeah,
because they found that they both enjoyed the same things. I mean, that's true. That's what it's about. Hey, if you like this, I like this.
That's like the one thing they have in common.
All of it.
Oh, I mean, if you like pina coladas, getting
caught
in the rain,
and the smell of the ocean, the taste of champagne.
Right, I get it, but at the same time, like, I feel like at that point in time, the realization is going to be, wait, you were about to cheat on me. You were about to cheat on me.
Wow.
And then like, yeah, well, you were about to cheat on me. Okay, well, you know what? You.
And it turns out that I didn't realize that that's what you liked. Oh, you like it too. See how much we have in common? I love you. And they live happily ever after.
You're a very glass half full kind of guy, Brad. I'm over here like, no, that marriage.
Just saying.
That marriage.
Just saying.
They've already proven that they're willing to cheat on each other.
With each other.
Maybe at that point in time, they're going to have like an open marriage, which they don't last either. So.
Mm-hmm. So with that in mind, and the dolphin kills himself, and Kurt Russell dies in the end. It's time for Netflix and Chill.
Netflix and Chill,
where we give you a suggestion, not necessarily from Netflix. It could be from any streaming service. They could be from anywhere. I mean, it could be from your local Blockbuster. If in fact you live close to no, it just closed.
What?
In the
last remaining Blockbuster?
It closed too. So
no.
If you have a family movie rental place by you, it could be from there. But interestingly enough, the Brandon Morse from Red State just actually said he wished that he could see what was happening at Studio 54 in New York City back in the heyday. And as a matter of fact, my first recommendation is on Netflix, and it's called Studio 54. And that's
a very clever name.
It is, really. And interestingly enough, it's about Studio 54 in the heyday and what was really going on there and the reasons behind the shuttering of the club. It's fascinating, really. I mean, this Studio 54 was quite the hangout.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it had been built as a studio in 1927. This is not in the documentary, I don't think, so I'm not spoiling anything. But it was actually where Captain Kangaroo was filmed.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it was used as before it was called Studio 54, it was called Studio 52 by CBS. It was a CBS studio. But if you are into the 70s kind of trivia and history and everything that was the 70s, which that was a fascinating decade. That was the decade that gave us Starland Vocal Band and ABBA and the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac, sort of. 6970. But Studio 54 on Netflix is an interesting look into the past.
Okay.
So there's my offering up for this edition of Netflix and Chill.
I'm going to check that out because I actually was slightly interested, and this is going to sound
well. Just a minute ago, you were really interested. Now you're just slightly interested. Which is it?
I started being interested in it, weirdly enough, after I watched Austin Powers.
Oh yeah.
Because they have it in there, and I'm like, oh man, that looks like it was a freaking crazy party, man. I want to check it out. And I was like, maybe they're just blowing it out of proportion because it's an Austin Powers movie.
By the way, Rocky,
but I don't know about
me.
that. About what?
Escape the Pina Colada song is about appreciating the one you're with and rediscovering the love you had for your spouse all along.
That is not true. That is not true at all. Y'all have a really weird definition of things. Okay, if I had to pick one thing for you guys, I'm torn actually. I'm torn between. You know what? Maybe I'll just use it for my. I really enjoyed, and this is right now. You can watch it on Amazon.
Yes.
I really enjoyed Lego Movie 2.
I've heard a lot of people say that about the Lego movies.
Yeah. The Lego movies are...
That they're really good, and I've not watched one.
They are insanely underrated.
Really?
The first Lego movie is better than the second one, but the second one maintains this kind of... the kind of humor that I really enjoy. It's got Chris Pratt. He's the lead character.
I like him.
Yeah. And he plays this guy who... You know what? Both 1 and 2. Just I don't know if it's streaming, but if you find Lego Movie 1, go watch it. It's got a very subtle humor that, like, in the trailers, I watched it and I was like, this looks like the stupidest movie I've ever seen. I'm gonna go watch it because, you know, Legos and I'm nostalgic like that. But I walked into that theater not really thinking that I would come out satisfied. In fact, you know, I had planned to rip on it, but I walked out and I was like, that might be one of the most clever movies I have seen in a long time. The jokes that they make are, it's good for the whole family. You know, you will laugh. You will laugh.
Do they do it in such a way that some of the jokes are just for the adults? I mean,
sometimes it's one of those.
What is what's the other movie that's it's really for like Toy Story? Some of those jokes are just
the kids it's going to go way over their head.
Yeah, but the adults are like
yeah, exactly. You're gonna run into a few of those. You're gonna run into a few of those, and honestly, like the humor, but Lego Movie 1 and 2 are very good. 2 is a little bit not as good as 1, but the other one that you should watch is Lego Batman. Lego Batman.
Okay, so
it is insanely clever.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I haven't seen the other ones because they looked kind of boring, but you know, but no, seriously, Lego Batman is incredibly clever. I think it's really true to form when it comes to Batman. I think it actually got Batman more accurately correct.
Really?
Yes. Like when it comes to certain aspects of his life. And I love the way they portray the Joker.
Is he insane?
He's absolutely insane. But like they don't just keep to Batman villains. Like some of the villains they include are like the Xenomorphs and like from Alien.
All right, yeah.
Sauron's Tower from Lord of the Rings. You know, that kind of thing. And the entire thing is like there's this saying, your enemies will define you.
Right.
And Batman, he's this loner. He doesn't need anybody, including the Joker. And the entire movie is basically the Joker being so upset about the idea that Batman doesn't need him that he sets out to prove that he does.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. And
that's a cool take.
It's an amazing, So the Lego movies, you can actually find them streaming in various channels. But yeah, go watch them. They are amazing.
Okay. Oh, good suggestion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's why I married you. Ron, he means nothing to me. What is your suggestion?
Well, you know, I only had a little bit of time this week with all the other crap going on in my world.
You're so busy.
But so the time that I took this week was probably about a 2-hour time period, like any other movie. But I watched a lot of shorts, and I've told you about these before. This is the YouTube channels that are sci-fi based.
Yep.
And they have a lot of movie shorts, and these are people trying to break into the industry, but some of them are really freaking good. So the few that I watched are off of a channel called Dust, another channel called Finite Films. But there's a sci-fi short called Future Boyfriend that's pretty good, where all of them have to do with time travel, by the way.
Okay, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good because this guy travels back in time.
Be enthusiastic if you're going to get people to watch it. I mean, this is a good one. This is a great. it's called Future Boyfriend.
But this one was just pretty good. I mean, I'm telling you.
Okay, why do I want to watch it if it's just pretty good?
Honestly, there's no need to go and watch this one called Future Boyfriend. But there's one that's about 20 minutes long called Stealing Time. Right. And it is a time travel. I got into time travel for these 2 hours I watched. And I'm a big time travel fan. And of course, it led me down the whole YouTube rabbit trail of time travel and how fast is time. And I downloaded a new app for my computer that I can explore the universe with and see how fast time or light travels.
This is why your wife won't let you on the internet.
Another one called this one was pretty good. This one was really good, called Nano. It's about 14 minutes long. Another one called what is it called? A Stitch in Time. All of these are shorts, 10 to 20 minutes long. Go out there and watch them. It's a channel on YouTube called Dust. And it's a lot of trying to break into the...
Did you mention that earlier this week?
I did. I mentioned it.
I couldn't remember which one you mentioned it.
I mentioned it earlier. It's called Dust. And if you go out there and you find there's a whole lot of... I mean, they're all sci-fi based, but some of them deal with space travel. Some of them deal with time travel. Others are just sci-fi thrillers. Some of them are CGI. Some of them are not. But they're all really, really good. And kudos to these folks who are trying to break into the industry, because some of these people are freaking fantastic. And a lot of the comments in them are like, man, this should be a feature-length film. Why aren't you making this into the feature-length film it should be?
That's. I'm telling you, if you want to get either in television, because people are saying, I got a great idea for a TV show, then do it and put it on YouTube. Because,
just like they did with Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah. You know, some of those shorts, I'm just like, this needs to be a feature-length film or even an episodic.
Oh, yeah.
If you get the audience, because that's what you have to do anymore. If you want to pitch a TV show to a network or to a studio, you have to have you have to come to them with the audience. You have to say, look, I've got 8 million views on YouTube, and here's what I want to do.
Some of these shorts have millions of viewers already. I mean, they're really good.
That's the secret to success. All right. So, by the way, the comments over on the Twitter, Mojo Jedi, you need to check out Brockmire on IFC.
I've heard of that.
It's way funny to pass on. John, who just got out of Twitter jail, by the way. I love the Lego Group movies. They do a great job. Same with the Wreck-It Ralph movies.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is also
Travis
amazing.
Watkins asked what app that was. I was watching these on. It wasn't an app. It was YouTube.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and then search. Just type in the word dust in the search folder, and there is an account or there is a YouTube channel called Dust, and that's where you'll find all the sci-fi stuff.
All right. And Rocky with an I. You really watch the Lego movie? Lego movies are getting a lot of...
Dude, people love the Lego movies, bro. It is seriously, like, I am always... I was surprised. I was surprised at how good they were.
Huh.
Yeah. Should definitely go watch it.
4-year-old son. What's Smashing Duck a few seconds? Blah, blah, blah. Smashing Duck not making any... Smacking Duck, excuse me, not making any sense. Can you imagine... Oh, Toby McAvoy. Can you imagine if the heyday of Studio 54 coincided with the presence of Instagram?
Oh, God.
Reputations would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Not just ruined, destroyed. All right, so we have a decision to make here. Do we... because I believe that we have Congressman Louis Gohmert coming up at the bottom of the hour. He should be calling. So... Do you want to do Suspicious Package Friday?
Are we calling him, or is he calling us?
He's calling us.
No, we need Suspicious. We need 30 minutes for Suspicious Package Friday.
Well, we won't have it when he calls because he's going to call us and we'll be talking to him.
Oh, I thought you meant like he's going to call here in a second.
I would say go ahead and get started.
I would say we get started now and then pick it up on the other side. And while you're getting the packages, I will tell everybody who Suspicious Package Friday is brought to you this week, because it happens to be brought to you this week by LoveMyTummy.com. Dr. Ken and the gang. When he was in here yesterday, of course, he gave us he did a smackdown on sugar for us, didn't he? I mean, he's sitting in here just really judging us for the sugar.
I don't think he even tried the M&M.
No, he didn't. Son of a... I mean, that's how he looks so good. We took the Autron. He said, if you're going to do that, balance it with the Autron Teal. The Autron Teal, basically, it enforces, it takes on it helps out your good bacteria, it takes on the bad gut bacteria, which every day we're finding out bad gut bacteria, and your overall gut bacteria is can affect everything from depression to obesity to everything else, to how you look at the world. Speaking of looking for the world, you're looking for a knife, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Brad,
real man carries one with him.
Real quick.
Yes.
Travis Watkins, I'm sorry, you're right. I did mention an app that I put on my computer.
Yes.
It's called Universe Sandbox. Universe Sandbox.
Well, there you go. What's Universe Sandbox do?
It allows you to explore the universe and
in a sandbox.
I mean, literally everything that's known in the universe you can explore on your computer in 3 dimensions. But not only that, like you can start what's it called?
I don't know, but it sounds fascinating.
Oh man,
sounds absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe I've lived without it all these years.
Oh, you could start a simulation on how fast light travels.
Yeah.
So like if you started with the sun, then you can simulate how fast light travels from the sun to us. And of course, it takes 8 minutes and 11 seconds to get to us.
8 minutes and 12
traveling
seconds.
At 186,000 miles per second.
That's a lot. That's fast.
Yeah.
It's faster. That's faster than my truck. As I was saying, lovemytummy.com. If you go there, you'll find Autron Teal, and that is where you need to go to find Autron Teal. Lovemytummy.com. And don't forget, he said if we sell 20 bottles, he'll buy us M&Ms.
That's what it takes to get Brad.
Please,
I'll buy you M&Ms.
would somebody buy 20 bottles of Autron Teal, please? I mean, you get a discount if you use MoJo. Get a discount on 3. Lovemytummy.com. Promo code MoJo.
All right. Suspicious Package Friday's here. My favorite day of the week. It's the week when I get to open up packages from our fans, because I like to. They always have like the greatest sense of humor. They troll us.
Except that one
They
guy.
send us things that are inside their junk drawers, and I can figure out what kind of person they are, like the kidnapper guy.
By the way, if anybody has a miniature compass, I could use it, like a 3/4 inch compass.
Just like it's like
Just saying, if you're in junk drawer.
This one was addressed to Ron, actually.
So yeah,
and
why
look
did
at
they
here.
address it to Ron?
Because they just include. Look at this.
Oh, look at
Sasquatching.
that.
They addressed it to me, that entire box, but it's got stuff for all of us in it. So
Aha!
Says, boys, well done with the show. Keep up the good work. Here's a quick list of what's in the box. Ron, you got a Squatch sign. He said,
saw that.
Yes, it's an
That's
ornament.
nice.
Festive
Please do not
Squatch.
feed the Sasquatch.
Is Squatch short for Sasquatch?
Oh yeah, I've got a shirt that says Squatchologist.
So there's a Squatch ornament right here for you, Ron.
Yes,
as
thanks,
well.
brother.
For me, it says all the F's to you, good sir.
Oh, there you have it.
That can't be good.
Stick your head all the way in the box. See what happens. Yeah. It sounds like a bear trap.
All the F's to use, good
all
sir.
the F's to you.
What does that mean exactly?
Oh, I guess he's just giving me the middle finger.
Ah! So wait a minute. Ron got a Squatch sign. You got the middle finger.
Oh.
Wow, that doesn't seem very
Wait,
very
hang on.
nice. I think there's a package of F's in there somewhere.
I don't know if it's a package of F's.
There it.
No, that's Brad's.
That's Brad's.
Thank
Go
you.
away.
Thank you.
There you go, Brad.
This is a doormat that
A
says
fitting
go
doormat
away.
for Mr. Staggs.
Yes.
No, this is what they got me.
exactly.
Look at this. Look at that.
What is that?
It's a bottle opener, but it's a grip for a gun. Yeah, an AR hand grip
that's
bottle
cool.
opener to match the new studio edition.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that
See?
awesome?
That is very cool.
That's awesome. Let's see here. What else we got? We have a fart machine for
For who?
Oh, for it's just
You
For the
get no.
studio.
It's for you.
No,
All the
no.
F's.
No,
What-
no, they just said it's an extra remote control fart machine. Have
That's
fun.
who sent this. Who's it
I
from?
love those, by the way.
Who's it
I
from?
have one of those at home.
This is gunpowder seasoning
What?
Oh, that's for Patrick.
for Patrick.
Yep.
Yep, a spice for Patrick.
Gunpowder.
Gunpowder seasoning.
So it's just hot, right?
Ron's ornament. I'm gonna guess. I bet it
All
tastes nice and salty. And
Uh-huh.
oh, there's something attached here to the. It's like rubber banded around it, and I don't know what it is.
I'll bet. It's a trap.
Oh, I get it. 0 F's coin.
See?
And
all
on
the
and on
F's
the
to
flip
you.
side, all the F's to you.
See? I knew that there was a reason. I didn't just say all the F's to you and then not have a reason behind it.
This is amazing. I like, dude. This is the coolest. This
That
is
is
the coolest.
cool. You feel like, but don't point that at anybody, though, because it won't do anything.
All right. 4 minutes. All right. Thank you, Greg.
Well, we
H.
don't have to, we can get to it on, we can save some for the other side of Lee Gomer, too. So, I mean, don't feel like you got to tear through it all at one time. You're like a kid on Christmas morning.
I mean, it kind of is Christmas morning. Every
Brandon,
Friday.
you got to look at the picture first on that one.
Yeah.
This?
That will tell you what's in there.
Travis Watkins always gives me a picture of a monkey on like doing something.
Yeah.
And it's always amazing.
And this monkey
What's the monkey doing?
He's playing the drums.
Playing the drums, brother.
That's right. He's playing the drums, and it feels kind of like there's something drum related in here.
Yeah.
Drum.
I wonder if do you think Brandon's parents had to do this to him on Christmas morning? Don't just tear into it. Look at the package first. Appreciate the wrapping.
I always appreciate the package first. I don't need y'all telling me what to do yet.
Are you sure?
Look at this. 2 drumsticks.
Not chicken drumsticks.
Not chicken drumsticks.
Not turkey drumsticks.
Whose drumsticks were they? Does it say?
Random crap from my job from Travis Watkins, who is king of Suspicious Package Friday. As we all know, he's the reigning champ. He says, I really wanted to keep these for myself, but I realized it was pointless. I play drums about as well as a drunk monkey with one arm. That's the picture. Are you worse? Yes. I cannot keep a beat to save my life, actually.
I'm a drummer.
You are?
Yes, I am.
I don't know how you could be, but anything is possible. Travis Watkins, owner of the giant pile of random crap. P.S. I hope you didn't lose that letter opener. The need for it will soon be revealed.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
What? Where'd you put it?
It's right here. I kept it right there. It's right here.
Okay. All right. So it's still.
Yeah.
It's on the shelf of random objects.
Yeah, the shelf of things that I keep around because for some odd reason I think they're going to be useful later. I think like a gamer.
I know. Oh yeah, believe me, I do the same thing. I have a whole like a old coffee can full of bolts and stuff.
Yeah, because you never know.
You never know when you're going to need one of them. When it's going to be the perfect fit. See,
let's go ahead and open this.
What's next?
Brandon Morse, Suspicious Package Friday, 6125 Airport Freeway. That's me.
That is you.
This is from Lori in DuPont, Washington.
Oh my gosh, you know Lori in DuPont?
I knew Lori in DuPont.
Holy cannoli, she is. You think the Poltitsky twins were amazing?
Ooh, what do we got? We got 2 coins here.
In a fountain.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brad. Hey, Rondolph.
Yo.
It says you. It says Rondolph. Save me a pickle.
Yes. I got your pickle. I got a pickle for you.
I'll be there next week. God help you. And here's a penny, since now you're all thinking about jackholes with pickles in their mouths. See you soon, Laurie.
Wait a minute.
Fantastic.
Pickle.
That
penny.
Laurie.
A penny for a pickle?
A penny for a pickle.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nickel.
There's a nickel for a pickle, too,
He's
actually.
4 pennies short. Is that what that is, a nickel?
Yep, there's a nickel and a penny.
Oh,
there's a nickel for a pickle. And
a penny for what?
And a penny for your thoughts, I guess.
You're actually taking the nickel off and putting it in your pocket, aren't you?
I was actually just going to put it on here so that you'd have.
You're taking it. You're taking the money, aren't you?
Yeah, it was.
Wow. And you do that when you open up cards at Christmas time?
I was like, finally, money.
Didn't you open up cards and then shake them and you were disappointed if there wasn't money in them?
I'm always disappointed if I open anything and there's not money in it. See? Like I could get something from McDonald's and be like, oh yeah.
All right. So we can we'll pick this back up after we talk to. I'm hoping the congressman calls in because they don't have his phone number. So it'll be kind of a surprise. It's kind of roll the dice as to what's next. Do not eat all that. Don't eat all that. He's gonna sniff it. I knew it. Let's see. Spin the wheel coming up on your Daily Mojo.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, Freedom. MoJo 50.
Welcome to By the Numbers, and I'm pulling from the Nothing Could Have Gone Wrong Here pile today, with California front and center this time. In 2017, the state government raised the gas excise tax by 12 cents a gallon for regular gas, 20 cents for diesel, and an additional 4% hike in the diesel sales tax. Oh, and if that weren't enough, the state also decided to up vehicle fees between $25 and $175 per year based on the value of the vehicle. Now, just a few years later, imagine the shock to find out that the hike in the gas tax is an unwanted burden on the people of the state. In fact, the average gas price is now $4.03 per gallon, and Governor Gavin Newsom demanding answers. After all, the national average is $2.86 as of the time of this writing. Doing the math, that's a $1.17 difference per gallon. As for Newsom, now this may shock you. He's not saying that the massive tax increases are to blame, but there's got to be something wrong with the industry. To quote from his letter to the California Energy Commission, independent analysis suggests that an unaccounted for price differential exists in California's gas prices, and that this price differential may stem in part from inappropriate industry practices. These are all important reasons for the Commission to help shed light on what's going on in our gasoline market. Really? An unaccounted for price differential? Inappropriate industry practices? It couldn't possibly be the fact that 41.7 cents a gallon are excise taxes, which are scheduled to go up to 47.3 cents per gallon in July, or the fact that your state's cap and trade scheme has added some 24 cents per gallon to the price of gas. Heck, it couldn't be that a Valero refinery shut down as of March and added to a supply decrease, thus helping to drive up prices. It has to be those evil oil companies looking to screw with California. I'm Andrew Coppins, and this has been By the Numbers. You can follow me on all the socials at The Coppins Show.
By the Numbers with Andrew Coppins is powered by TarRiverArms.com. They've revolutionized online firearm sales with high-resolution pictures, 3D imaging, and the best prices. How much will you save? Find out at TarRiverArms.com. That's TarRiverArms.com.
The Daily Mojo.
Wow, look at that. It's your Daily Mojo, and I guess we get to continue on right now with a Suspicious Package Friday. We've just opened one. When last we left our hero, the Brandon Morse, he was opening up a letter. He had 6 cents in it, and now he's moving on to a manila envelope.
So far, what we've gotten has been amazing. We've got a nickel for a pickle. All right. We've gotten a Squatch sign.
Penny for your thoughts. And I have the perfect entry mat.
That's right. You do. Actually, I really like it, and I want one for myself. I got an FU coin that I can just like, ding,
Right.
But also, I got an AR grip that is actually a bottle opener. Which,
I love that.
Holy crap. Where'd you find that?
Phone is ringing, by the way. So,
no,
go ahead and open that one.
Okay.
Open that one.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's this. This is from Lauren in New York.
All right.
Lauren in New York. Let's see what's going on here.
All right.
Oh, we've got American Pride roasters. Totally legit. This is totally legit. Let's open this.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be. Well, look at that. See? That woman has a sense of humor, doesn't she?
Well done, Lauren.
Very, very nice.
Let me just go ahead and put it back in the Titus here. I'm just going to put it. Here we go.
We won't keep the congressman waiting.
There we go. Okay.
Going to the phone. Congressman Louis Gohmert from Texas, the great state of Texas. Thank you for calling the program this morning. We appreciate it.
Well, glad to be talking to you, and I'm used to sounds like that.
It's always funny when we know there's somebody waiting on the line and knowing that they are hearing what's going on just before they are about to come on, and there you have it.
I felt quite at home. Thank you.
I was thinking about you actually when I was reading this story this morning online. A 3-year-old boy found along the U.S. border with a name and number written on his shoes. Border Patrol agents found this 3-year-old kid alone in a field after being abandoned by smugglers at the southern border. Things are crazy at the southern border in Texas, and very few people.
And the left is
the
left's done so much to continue to lure people into the United States by promises of all kinds of things. Sanctuary cities will take care of you. And look at the people that are harmed. This 3-year-old by himself. Can you imagine? It's just nuts. And you may have seen also that you perhaps may have already talked about, but the guy arrested down in Brownsville, which is on the border, who happens to be a Palestinian terrorist. Imagine that.
Jeez.
No, that doesn't say. I write for Red State as well, and that's one thing that I've had to cover multiple times. And the amount of people who come from countries that are state sponsors of terrorism or countries of interest is in the thousands. And it's scary to think about how many people are creeping across our southern border.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is truly when people stop or when people start to deny the fact that there is a crisis along the southern border, that there is in fact a national emergency.
Mm-hmm.
They're either they've either got their head in the sand or other places. But what do we? How are things? First of all, in Washington, is it pretty much just right down party lines as far as who wants the border wall, who wants the fence, call it what you will, or are there actually people on the other side of the aisle who want this as much as we all do?
Well, there are numerous people on the other side of the aisle, most of them, in fact, who have said at one time or another, yes, the border's a problem. We need to secure our border. We need to build or do whatever we got to do to secure the border. But now that's gone away because my understanding is the reason they don't want to admit that anymore is because President Trump has taken that position and it got him elected and continue to want to do that. So, they can't do anything that might coincide with what President Trump has said, what he's trying to do. So it's incredible. Now, even though it makes them look hypocritical, they'd rather look hypocritical than do anything to help President Trump help the country.
Yeah, and that really bothers me because it wasn't that long ago. I think maybe just under a decade ago, you had Democrat leadership talking about how important border safety was and how sneaking across the border is wrong and yada, yada, yada. Now, it's this Trump derangement syndrome, I have to think, is very real because if Trump says it, he could literally say killing puppies is bad.
Right.
And I feel like the left would be like, can you believe this guy? How we should kill puppies all the time. That's how bad it's got.
They don't want to give him any credit.
Exactly.
No credit for anything.
And it's really,
even
honestly,
though the economy's doing better.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons that Trump doesn't really have to worry going into 2020. Even economists are like, look, when it's usually doing this good, re-election is almost certain. I don't want to get people lazy. But I have a lot of confidence going into 2020 over this.
Well, and I think this is one of the reasons that people are so fed up with government in general is the fact that it is such a childish attitude that just because, even if pick the idea, it doesn't matter what it is, that just because this particular president came up with it, that they don't want to have anything to do with it. It's just it's a childish outlook. It's a childish attitude. How do we?
What happened to loving the country? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
When did being a patriot become a bad thing? Somehow it is snuck up on us over the years. I don't know how we got to this point, but how do we in this day and age? How do we come back together as a country, as a nation, when we have this sort of division and when we have this sort of ludicrous, really outlook from the left?
Well, I think we touched on it, and that is just making sure that we keep pushing the fact that it's okay to love the country enough that you can reach across the aisle and work together. You don't have to be so angry at a guy that used to be more Democrat than Republican that you will not help the president. It's okay to help the president. And I don't think we have to worry about President Trump getting Romney syndrome, where he just goes in the coast the last few months of the election, thinking that he's got it in the bag. Donald Trump is not like that. He is not going to go into coast anytime.
Yeah.
But anyway, now, of course, the Romney syndrome is more condemning a guy that won what you couldn't at all costs. But still, the border is a problem. And if you go back, I mean, you want to bring parties together. Well, look at what the media does. I mean, they know the mainstream media, the mainstream alt-left, whatever you want to call them. I mean, you go back a few years, I pointed out that I quoted the FBI director. Of course, we know now that he wasn't a good source, but not always reliable. But he was saying, and I was quoting from him, that we have people who come from the Middle East. They change their names to sound like they're Hispanic names, and they try to blend in. That's what the director of the FBI testified to before Congress. And when I quoted him, I was belittled. I was the brunt of all kinds of jokes. Well, that was actually one thing that the FBI director said that was actually true.
Yeah.
And it was a problem, but I was quoting him. So the other party, the Democrats, came out in force just condemning me and belittling me for saying such a thing. All I was doing was quoting the FBI director. And why? Because that helps their narrative that Republicans don't have a clue what's going on. But actually, we've been accurate. We've been right the whole time.
Yeah.
And if you go back and look at now, they're saying, no, we don't need a wall. We don't need a barrier. We need drones. We need, television cameras. Well, you go back to Janet Napolitano when she was Secretary of Homeland Security. There was $8 billion that was appropriated for a virtual wall. What the Democrats all say they want, that's what we need. And she said, you know what, we're not going to spend it on a virtual wall. That wouldn't help. And all the Democrats agreed with her back then. So, no, now that's the cure. Why? Because Donald Trump wants to build a barrier where we need it. And I tell you, they've gone with Paul Gosar and Andy Biggs from Arizona went down to their border. And I mean, there was one wall, barrier, whatever you want to call it, and the National Guard had put the concertina wire at the top, and it was great. But you could get along about halfway up this hill, and the barrier, the wall stopped.
All right.
And then there was a barbed wire fence that was attached to that wall with a little nylon cord that had a slip knot, so it was easier to open. And you could see the trail from about 3 miles away leading not up to the wall nearby, but right up to that point where it ended.
Sure.
And these clowns are saying, we don't need to extend any walls or barriers. You could see that. I mean, these are not the people that were coming in to get jobs. These are people that were coming in with drugs and to sell drugs and to do all kinds of illegal activity.
Right.
We know that. And so anyway, for anybody to be able to see pictures of them, we put them up and say, nah, we don't need any more barriers. We don't need any more walls. I mean, it's just totally a slap in the face of reality.
Well, and I've been to McAllen, Texas, and I've seen the sections of the wall that are built, and yet in between these large sections there are giant holes. I mean, you can walk right through. I mean, exactly. It's crazy. It's it's the Bradley fighting vehicle of walls.
I gotta ask, between the federal troops that we send down there to secure the border, and I imagine the Texas National Guard is also down there securing the border as well. How much is it costing us? Can you give me a rough estimate? How much is it costing us to house, feed, and supply the troops that are at the border? And are they, effective to the point where it's actually making a difference? How much is that costing us per year? Do you know?
I don't know, because it actually involves the billions of dollars from two different. You got Homeland Security, but then you also have Health and Human Services. They're actually the ones in charge of housing the families, and it's not just housing. I mean, we're spending a tremendous amount of money sending people to other cities. And I've been down there. I've spent a whole lot more time down on the Texas border, been there all night many times. And, yeah, I've watched people while they start at one end of the group and they're moving down. People have written, sometimes typed up addresses, and that's who they're – and I've seen them switch names and addresses. Say, here's where I'm supposed to go. These are my family. And actually it's just what the drug cartels have given them. And I've heard them, even though it's not on the list of questions to ask, when you had Border Patrol say, how much did you pay the gang, the drug cartel, which money went to the drug cartel?
Right.
How much did you pay them to get in? 5, 6, 7, 8,000. You don't have that kind of money. Where'd that come from? Oh, well, we got 1,500, 2,000 from here and there. Well, where did you get the rest? They're going to let me work it off when I get to this address.
Serious?
Yeah. So what a great business model for the drug cartel.
Wow.
Your employees pay you to let them go to some city in the United States where they can be involved in drug trafficking, sex trafficking, whatever it takes.
Yeah, because at that point it's indentured servitude.
Exactly, it sure is. Yeah, absolutely. And as the Border Patrol said, you know what the drug cartels call us? What's that? Their logistics. Like the commercial, exactly.
Yes.
They say they get them across the border, their employees across the border, and then we ship their employees wherever they want them to go. We're still doing that. So and I asked Kristen Nielsen about this when she was testifying before our committee. How about if we put immigration judges right on the border?
Right.
Just have facilities down there where as soon as you're caught, we take you right before an immigration judge, and she said that would solve everything. That would do it. And that is where we ought to be putting our resources, not building facilities to keep people, but just, okay, you've been caught. An hour from now, you'll be in front of a judge, and if your asylum claim is not adequate, then we will take you right back across the border. But as a judge, I have one guy that he had been convicted of 9 DWIs before he came to me as a felony judge. And they said, well, ICE, they've never deported this guy. And I'm going, well, he's a threat to our safety here. And he nearly killed these people, so I'm sending him to prison. 6 months later, he's back in my court. Well, how do you end up here? 6 months later, I gave you 10 years. He said through his interpreter that as soon as he got down to prison, then ICE went and took him out of the prison, and they took him down to the border, and they watched him walk across. And I said, well, how'd you end up back here, though? And he said, well, as soon as they drove away, he came back across the border and came back to our county. Wow. And so then he nearly killed somebody again. And I said, oh, wow. So, well,
Unreal.
amazing. If they're going to get you right out of prison,
Yeah.
and you're a threat to society, I'm going to send you to a lockdown felony substance abuse facility. And I was notified 90 days later that the feds came and deported him from there. So all I know is he didn't come back to our county, and I keep worrying I'll see a headline some days kill somebody in somebody else's state.
Well, what? Okay, so what are the chances of actually getting those courts down there, of moving the judges down to the border to make this to make it a more efficient and effective process? Could that actually happen?
Well, not while Nancy Pelosi is Speaker. She will not let that happen. They want to continue the problem. And what would you think if you were the party who believed the best way for you to gain control of both houses and keep power is to get more people in who don't speak English, don't know what it is to save a self-governing nation, and get those people voted because they're easily swayed without really knowing what's going on, and to get all the felons voting that you can. That's the secret to keeping your party in power. I would change parties. If that was what my party thought.
Yeah, as Nancy Pelosi once said and AOC said recently, they were calling these illegal immigrants and dreamers and stuff like that their constituency. And that just tells you everything. That tells you their intent right there. They're willing to actually let people who shouldn't be voting to vote. Yeah, the felons. Oh yeah, that recent kerfuffle. You know, like, we're going to allow people to vote who have rejected the ideas of our society. We're going to let them decide how society operates. That's not.
Well, and in that case, we should be thankful that Bernie is out there saying that, because I think that'll drive more people to vote for the Republicans.
Well, I would hope so.
If
no
not,
matter how much you don't like Republicans, you like the idea of not having felons in control of the country dictating who's going to be the leader.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's a scary pathway that we're on, and if we keep walking down this path, we are headed for disaster if we don't make a course correction, and that's the real terrifying part.
Absolutely.
It is exactly.
Probably the most important question we want to ask you this morning is: are you going to see Avengers Endgame this weekend?
I was going to ask that.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time. I'm actually on my way to San Augustine. Got hit with a tornado before last, so we're going to take some stuff down there. But so I'm not sure if I'll see the Avengers this weekend, but it sounds like it's.
But you are going. But you are going.
Yes, at some point, I'm sure you will.
And Game of Thrones.
I love movies.
There you go.
I love good movies as long as they're not trying to teach us a socialist message.
That's propaganda. Nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah.
They're trying to ruin Star Wars that I've loved all these years.
Thank you!
And work in the socialist message. Are you kidding me? You're ruining something I love.
Oh my God! We could. You know what? You should call back in at some point in time. We can just talk about that.
Yes. That would be more fun.
Go on for ages.
It would be more fun.
Quit ruining my good movies.
Thank you.
And I know they've tried to work that into some of the Avengers stuff, so I was hoping it wasn't safe from this one.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
Representative Louis Gohmert from Texas, we appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Thanks for going down there and doing some good works.
It's a treat to be talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you.
Talk again soon. Again, Congressman from the great state of Texas, Louis Gohmert. It's we really, I mean, when you start, like you said, we have members of Congress referring to illegal aliens
as
their constituency.
Yeah.
It's the redefinition of the word. It's the changing of the vernacular. It is the camel's nose under the proverbial wall of the tent.
Yep.
And we will be in big trouble if we keep down this path. So
absolutely.
We should continue now on with Suspicious Package Friday. You see?
Yep. Let's go ahead and
short on time. Open them gifts.
Yep. All right. Here we go. This one is from Jim out in Illinois.
Jim in Illinois.
I can speak English.
Jim in Illinois.
Jim in Illinois.
What a Jim in Illinois. Jim is a good packer, by the way.
He really is a good packer.
He's got that thing taped up. He would make a good kidnapper.
Oh, what's this?
Jerky.
I know Ron will eat this.
Is that a commentary on the program, or is that simply a
oh, look at this.
It's a tasty snack?
It's all different kinds here. You got duck. We've got boar. We've got turkey. We got pig. We got gator.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Oh.
Give me that. I'm going to open the gator.
Yeah, you want the gator?
Yeah, because you have to open up the other package.
Yeah, it's true. Here. You go ahead and,
Thank you.
and do your thing.
I'll find the gator because we are biting some gator.
We are biting gator.
We are biting into gator.
Ron, Brad will eat that.
I'll eat what?
Oh, the gator?
Oh.
You're not going to eat the gator?
Buffalo Bob's. Where's the gator? Damn it.
This one is from, let's see here.
Gator.
Liao in, I'm going to assume China.
Okay.
Wow.
Came all the way from China. Perhaps they ordered it from China and had it drop shipped.
Probably. I think that's what actually happened.
There is that.
It's definitely a blanket filled with SARS and disease. So we'll just go ahead and leave that there.
Wow.
I think it's actually a tortilla. It's like a giant tortilla blanket.
Is that what it is?
I think.
Wow.
Can I interject here and say that gator tastes mighty fine?
Does it?
Ron?
Yeah, I'll be in a moment. I'm going to grab some boar.
Some boar?
Oh, that is really good. And who sent this?
This is definitely a...
That's a soiled...
You could wrap yourself up and be a Brandon burrito.
That's right.
What is that?
I'm going to assume it's either a giant tortilla or I'm now infected with all sorts of diseases.
It's a large, for those of you listening and not seeing, it is a large blanket, possibly 6 feet, 5.5, 6 feet long, and about 4 feet wide. It is a kind of a cream color.
It's like a tortilla.
Looks like a tortilla.
It looks like a tortilla.
Except tortillas are round.
Well, that one is square.
I've never seen a square tortilla. Thank you.
I guess the Chinese don't know what.
But it also has like stains on it.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
flesh
little
color
burn
with
marks.
stains.
It's little burn marks from tortillas.
I'm not so sure. I think you guys are missing it.
I now have AIDS.
I think you're missing the. There was no description in there.
No,
because I think you guys are missing a big joke. I don't know what it is, but I think you are.
Whoever sent it, speak up. Speak up in the chat. Let's see what happens.
Who is it from?
It was. It does not give me a name.
Zig the Truckin' Gator just said, "Don't bite the gator." I just did.
He just did it.
So there.
Yeah, it
and
says
it's
it's
quite
from
tasty.
Ting Ting Liao.
I love that
Jiamen
song.
Xi Minggu. Siminggu Rian Jian Wan TQI.
Okay. Well, there you go.
It is a burrito blanket from Vika.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a burrito blanket from Vika.
Thank you, Vika.
By the way, we know what's not in this box, and it is not a cat cooler, who are sponsors of this half hour of the program. Cat coolers, if you go there now, you won't get one in time for the weekend, but you will have one in time for when you go out on the lake, possibly next week. If you go to catcoolers.com and use promo code Brandon, you will get 10% off said cat cooler. At catcoolers.com, the best coolers on the planet. If you want to stay cool, get into a cat cooler. If you just want to keep your drinks cold, put them in a cat cooler. At catcoolers.com, promo code Brandon for 10% off. Buy one, please.
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 This is from James from Alabama. Says, hey, Brandon, since Easter was last Sunday, I remembered how much kids like Easter egg hunts, so I thought I'd send you one in a box.
Oh, God.
I hope you enjoy the random
Oh, boy.
in the eggs.
Wow.
Yours truly, James, at that one jackhole from Alabama. P.S. My wife wanted to make this a glitter bomb, but I said no. God bless you. P.S. P.P.S. Sometimes she can be a bitch.
Wow.
P.P.S. That explains why I have so many zip ties. I'm not a professional kidnapper. It's just Stockholm syndrome.
Wow.
James.
So wait, it's a whole box of Easter eggs with stuff in it.
Yeah.
So for those of you, again, listening and not seeing.
So there is an entire box just filled with, here's the camera. It's just filled with this nonsense. And apparently he wants me to dive in here.
What is this nonsense?
It's like it's like paper that's been
it's like
crunched
confetti.
up. Yeah, like
it's shredded paper. It looks like Easter grass.
And he's wanting me to go through it and find the eggs. And then inside these little eggs here are random crap.
Right.
So this first egg is a it's a keychain. And it says, oh, it's a rabies vaccination. That's awesome.
From his dead dog.
Thank you.
Or a dog in the neighborhood that no longer has his collar. Right. Well, at least it's not going to get rabies. We know that.
That dog did not have rabies.
Uh-huh.
There's another one right here. This one has a I heart fatties.
Nice.
It says I heart fatties.
How many eggs are in there?
I don't know.
Because we should open like one a day next week.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Let's open
you
one
got any
a day.
other packages? Right.
There's
No.
no, that's it.
That's it.
That is it?
Suspicious Package Friday.
Brad, you might want to mention yours that's up here on the front.
Russ. I guess Russ sent it. Russ sent me the Star Trek communicator, and it says...
Enterprise, this is Kirk. He says it so damn fast.
Enterprise, this is Kirk.
They know what it says.
Enterprise, this is
This
Kirk.
morning you called the audience stupid twice.
No.
Why are you doing that? Why do you hate them so much? I mean, except for that one guy. Because he's a jerk.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Wow, we're running out of time.
Yeah, we are.
You want to wrap this thing up?
Let's do it.
20
minutes, let's go.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. You've wasted another one right here. The end of Doc Thompson's Daily Mojo. But as always, before we go, let's find out what we learned today. We learned that Brandon and his fiancée will never be seen drinking pina coladas or being caught in the rain. They'll be shooting each other, maybe.
That's probably.
But they will not be caught in the rain. We learned that Brandon earned his sixth sense this week.
Yeah.
And he's got it in his pocket as we speak. And we learned finally that horse sex is apparently illegal in Pennsylvania.
What the hell is wrong?
Who knew?
I
And no goats
that.
either. The Brandon Morse from Red State. Go to his articles right now. Click on all of them.
That's right.
At the redstate.com. What, in fact, did you learn today?
I learned that James's wife can be a bitch sometimes.
Wow. Wow.
I learned that Gator actually tastes good. Be careful, Zig.
You haven't tasted it yet. You want to taste the gator?
No.
Want to put this in your mouth?
Not really.
How about the gator?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Ron's
good.
chicken. He's not coming in here, is he?
Ron is
No,
not
I'm a
going to
little
eat
busy right now, but I'll come in there and get some.
You're not busy. You're standing there.
I'm going to come get some,
You're
Brian.
standing there just
He's gonna
watching
go get
stuff.
some.
Whatever.
He's going to go get some.
What, if anything, did the jackholes?
Holly Ann says, where's my package?
Where is your
Honestly,
package,
I don't
Brian?
know, Holly. Now, we do have another box full of wrapped packages in
Oh,
here.
yeah, we
So
did
we need
not.
to mention that.
We did not open them because they look like they might be for MoJoCon. They all have their gift wrapped. If, in fact, you tell us they are for Suspicious Package Friday, we'll do it on Monday.
Brad Staggs flannel shirt said Ron took a really big dump this morning, which put him in a fantastic whistling mood.
Yes.
It's now a good time to ask for that raise.
No.
Sir Brad Bastard II said, if Brad thinks Warren is or ever was hot, he should be banished to the seniors home for sexual deviance.
I never said Elizabeth Warren is hot. Not once did I say she was hot.
Leprechaun 420 said the bell count for today's show is 6 missed innuendos, 19 actual bells, 0 horns. Kirk Slightly Venomous Jackal also
hold
added.
on. Hang on. This from Leprechaun, the guy who could not get the bell in at the right the bell count in at the right time this whole week. He's criticizing us.
He says he got it in, but I never saw it. I never saw it, Leprechaun.
When you're inside me, I feel empty.
So I do want to say thank you to those who sent me pickles this week. God bless you. There's a whole jar of pickles sitting on the counter. I got a box of pickles yesterday.
Ron
I'm
will
good to
eat
go. I'm good to go with pickles. Thank you.
You know, you just asked them to send.
You just said, hey,
you just send me more pickles.
That was Ron for sending me more pickles.
New numbers of a Crash Nation. We'll get to those when Doc returns from his Florida vacation. In the meantime, your Daily Mojo is a Ron Phillips production. Wherever you go, whatever you do, live by the 5 rules. You got a shot at being right and being happy. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are.
Drum us out there, B. You can kind of keep it beat.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving home of